bit different today, guys. So, here we are on the Maiden's Deceit, and Snark has just woken up from an incredibly relaxing night, by which I mean actually one of the least relaxing nights he's ever had in his life. No, I kid. No, Guido over there, he's woken up from an interesting evening. We already kind of covered that on camera. And we already did the breakfast thing, too. But the point is, they had a wonderful breakfast that was custom tailored to them. It was excellent. And they got up, and they're like, "Ugh." And Snarg is doing his morning routine. And Zariel's off. We're not 100% sure what she's doing. Like, if you guys look around, she's not even on the ship right now.
Well, this is not a completely unusual occurrence.
It's true.
Sometimes it happens for days. But, like, they always come back in the end. We should probably get her chipped sometimes just so they can...
Just have a beep. Oh, there she is. Okay, found her.
Yeah.
So, Snarg, you when you head back to your room briefly, you notice that there is a package on it, on your front door.
Oh, another one!
It's going...
There's a sprinkler.
Pressure
inside.
cooker?
And it pops open. And
Confetti burst out.
Confetti bursts out. A flap of paper comes out and just kind of lands in your hand. Even if your hand wasn't out in an open area, it like glue up to your hand. And it's now in your hand.
This is an interesting way to deliver mail now.
After a moment.
Better than an
Yeah.
owl.
That's true. After a moment.
Bang, got him.
Suck it, Rowling. No. After a moment, the paper kind of warps and twists into not a manila folder, but you know the ones that you can seal? Like there's the two spokes on it, and once you pull the flap down, you pry the spokes apart, and
Yes.
that way it's closed. So it's like that, and you can feel there's a little bit of weight in there, just a little bit.
Stiff in a second.
It smells like paper and ink.
Now, he's probably never used one of these bendy things before, so he just rips the top open.
All right, so there's now a chunk of manila on the floor.
Hey, weird postal service nowadays. Let's see what's inside here.
Oh, you pull out a few papers, and you find some dossiers and some information. And at the front, there's a very brief letter, which just simply says, in very flowery writing, "One of our mutual enemies." And that's all it says on that piece of paper. And when you pull that sheet up and look at the sheet of paper underneath that, you see a picture of a very well-drawn picture of a banderling.
Okay.
And a name, which I totally spaced looking up. Give me just a moment and I will do that. But there's a name for the banderling and a bunch of info about the banderling.
Target of wanted.
If I can... What? Hang on. I have two... I like shell my own directories for reasons I'm not going to go into right now. So I was in the wrong shell. So I'm like, where is my notes? They should be right here. Oh.
So I'm hoping it says Lunasha because we've already done that. So
Believe it or not, it does not. But it does tell you a little bit of why. In fact, there's a little thing, and there's this name, which I'll give you in a second, and there's this information and a few other details about him. But the reasoning underneath that, underneath his name and location and address is given there as well, his place of work, all that fun stuff. The reason there's actually a thing underneath that, and I forget what this is called in real life because I'm terrible. But there's like a reason for execution, like why this person deserves to be assassinated, basically.
oh,
Or in this case, captured is actually the goal. Sorry, they don't actually. Well, it's dead or alive. Excuse me. It is up to you, Snarg, and you, Guido, if you choose to join him, please join him. As to whether or not you choose to take this person alive or dead.
alive by default, especially since I have a class that's specifically designed to do that.
That is true.
Excuse me.
His name. Hang on, here it is.
Of
Alonzo
Alonzo. I'm sorry, Alonzo.
of Firebeard.
Firebeard. That's Interesting Vanderling name.
It is, in fact, and I don't mind telling his father, that is actually a dwarven clan.
So why would a Vanderling have a dwarven clan name?
Now, under the thing, it mentions that this person is, in fact, an assassin. He is someone who is posing as a completely ordinary gentleman who works at one of the nearby shops, happens to be stationed here in Iraq. Actually, excuse me, not in Iraq, in the Iraq area. Let me be more clear about that. But in the region, though.
Okay.
And he is personally an assassin, but more to the point, he is a contact point for a huge number of other assassins. He is, well, normally I'd say he is suspected, but the writing actually doesn't say suspected. It just says he is guilty of this because the Dericost don't do the whole suspicion thing. They just say it's you. He is guilty, according to this Dericost letter, of being of trafficking in illegal assassinations. Do I need to clarify what that means really quick?
He's not a part of the Blade Flock.
Bingo.
Okay.
And so he has been a major contention point for the Bloodied Flock in general, and is just generally a bad person to begin with,
Okay.
according to everything in the dossier here.
So he's a thug, a criminal, all that sort of stuff. Everything of column A, B, and C.
Yes.
All right.
Now, there's more information on where he is. Oh, hang on. Sorry. I keep closing everything. There we go. Right now, supposedly supposedly right now he is actually at Danbys. It does not mention why he's at Danbys. In fact, there's actually a note saying, we're not 100% sure what he's doing at Danbys at the moment. But that is his current location. He'll be there for at least 2 more days. That is enough time to get there. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now, especially if you took the airship. Even if you just booked it, though, you could probably make it there. Or if you translated.
They would have an entirely separate thing go happen.
Yeah, but anyways, you, nothing's happening. No, okay. So his place of home is a city called Tema, Tema. It's actually it's basically in between Yerak and Danby, so about half the distance.
Okay.
Northeast of here, it's actually very close to the railway. Obviously, isn't running right now, but nevertheless, and there's a lot of information about his specific address, the layout of his house. He has a 3-story. He is portraying himself as a member of a halfway house, like just another guy who's living there along with the other people who can't afford to live anyplace. So it's a fairly large 3-story, like very basic looking, almost orphanage style building, right?
Mm-hmm.
But according to the Dericost intel, that is all his house. He has all the people who are pretending to be other halfway people are just servants or people he hires to hang around and lounge around all day. So it will be heavily trafficked in people. And there's some other info I'll get to when it becomes more relevant.
Okay.
Suffice it to say, there's a fairly full briefing on this. So just about anything you asked me, I will probably have information for you.
Okay. But he's currently going to be at Danby's for 2 days. Does it say why?
It does not, no. They're not sure why he's at Danby's.
Maybe
And that
an
is the
assassin.
arena, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The arena which...
Place will definitely not be recognized.
No, definitely not.
Just wear a hood, you'll be fine.
It'll be...
Yeah.
It works in the Assassin's Creed somehow.
Put on some glasses and it'll be okay.
That's even worse, really. What do you think about it? Yeah.
All right.
No, just use some oil paint, around the eyes.
Who are you? Oh. I don't even remember my own
Totally
name.
not the arrow.
Nope.
All right. So Snorg picks up all the stuff, straightens up the papers a bit, and starts going off towards Guido's place, wherever he may be.
I'm pretty sure Guido's on the bridge right now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
he's nodding. So Guido's up on the bridge along with one of the crew members. I don't actually remember who. Hang on, where's my notes? Ship. He should be up there with. Oh no, it's Erg, the XO, the Drudge.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Erg is up there along with Guido.
So Snorg gets up there. Oh, whatever you're supposed to do. So I got something. Take a look at this. Say, this could Yeah, you're looking for connections with some various organizations around here, right? What would be
Eventually,
better
yeah.
than getting into good word with the bloodied flock?
Really?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Does Guido know who the Bloodied Flock are?
I'm pretty sure Zeiss had mentioned them at some point early on.
Okay.
Oh no, so he knows them from association with Zeiss. Okay, let's back up a couple steps from here. I want
they're
to
okay.
mention that
They're
Zeiss
okay.
is a former bloodied flock.
And the former is there for a reason.
No. So, bloodied flock. It's basically legal assassinations, right? And they go there, they get charters to do stuff, they get legal documents, and they can basically kill people, and they have to turn the other way because it's legal. They're, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're pretty prevalent over the entire continent, right?
Yes.
All right, yeah, continent-wide spanning organization. Probably people you want to get on your side at least, right?
It is worth noting they have very, very little presence, relatively speaking, in the Republic because there's so much less need for assassins in the Republic. If you need to kill someone, they probably could just kick them outside for a few minutes.
Right.
Let nature sort it out.
Yes, but check this out. We got a chance to get rid of somebody who's causing a lot of problems. This guy. He shoves the artwork in his face. And
Literally in his face. Just,
Yeah.
There's now a piece of paper. Yes, like that.
that guy.
All right.
Look, points to things like because a thug, murderer, assassin, not part of Bloody Flock. He's just generally a bad guy. He's not actually pointing out the text. He's just pointing out various places.
He's doing the. Shit, let me get my. He's just pointing, emphasizing. He's a very bad guy and he does horrible things.
Initial here, and here.
Yes, hang on. Nope. Okay. Perfect.
Okay. I'm going to gently take the paperwork away from Snarg so I can actually have a chance to read it.
Okay. Obviously, everything I just told him now applies to you.
Okay.
Again, if you have questions, I have more info in my heads.
So, I guess I need to ask, out of character, is whatever Zan doing, is she going to need the airship, or is she going to be upset if we take it for a couple of days to do this?
I don't know if she'll be upset, but I doubt she'll need it based on where
Okay.
she's going.
Okay.
Besides, she could just looks at Urk for a second, travel very fast around various through her own means.
Oh, you mean like this?
No,
Ah,
not ready. Okay, never mind. Cancel the hit. We got another adventure to do.
Didn't happen. Okay, so yeah, this guy looks kind of terrible.
Yes.
If you've been, I'll say, contracted to assist with his removal, I think that might not be a bad idea.
all right. If you want to help, I'd greatly appreciate it, and I'm sure there'll be some stuff for you and your crew as well.
I
He's at
double-checked the
Danbys Arena
paperwork.
for 2 days, so we can get
Ah,
there if we head out
okay.
right away. And maybe it'll be nice to visit that place again. Maybe.
First, I'm going to double check the paperwork to make sure that there's no caveat for, bringing in assistance or anything.
Well, from what I understand, it's not
no.
really a contract. It's just information.
Yeah, it is. That is correct.
Okay.
This
okay.
is not an official, like, we are hiring you to do blah. This is just, here's a person who is terrible and all our information.
Although I get you because we've literally soul signed stuff before, and it's kind of gotten
that
weird.
is absolutely valid.
I
Those
don't
soul,
think that's the case right now.
those soul contracts technically still exist too.
Okay.
Although I will point out, I want to try and take him alive.
Okay.
I mean, we really need to build some cells for this place. This comes up all the time. Maybe we can funnel some of, I can funnel some of the Blood Fox money into doing that. Which, by the way, I know the stuff has still been under construction. So it's kind of a side thing. Have they started accepting stuff? Are they to that point where they can actually accept missions and whatnot?
That is actually your call. If you asked me my judgment on the matter, I'd say they are ready to do missions.
Okay.
Because that just requires them to be gathered together and head out. And they are. You've played XCOM. They're recruits. They don't have a class yet.
Gotcha. Well, that's kind of up to the guy I've been communicating with, who I temporarily forgot the name, Terranok.
Terranok, yes.
But since we actually have, although fuzzy, but do have communication with him, then I'll just kind of leave that up to his purview.
Okay.
While I'm not there, but I do want him to start them on their stuff as soon as they can, though.
I'll assume then that during your test that happened the previous night, you mentioned that to him. I was like, go ahead and just start.
Yeah, if you feel everyone's ready and got the facilities and stuff, then go ahead.
Okay.
I do have one question. So, do we know whatever happened to that other airship that we acquired?
It at the moment, well, okay, last you'd heard, it was still at Fox Ridge being retrofitted.
Okay.
I mean, do you need it? I could probably put in a call to.
No, I'm just thinking. So it's being retrofitted for what?
War.
Okay. Would they be including a brig in this ship?
I would think so. I mean, at least a small one, right?
We'll go ahead and say yes.
Okay. So I'm wondering how far along they are, and if it's to a point where it's, I'll say, useful, maybe have that ship, the Lady's Treasure, I have note of its name, maybe have that ship meet us at Danby and basically switch out to that ship instead of the Maiden's Deceit.
Okay, you could just kind of do a swap out while this one gets retrofitted as well, or do you or do you want to assign this one to something else?
Well, we can let
Because this is kind of the flagship.
I will also point out that, I mean, regardless of proper ownership or not, the other ship is technically under the command of the Directorate right now.
Yeah, but I mean,
And by technically, I mean 100% of its crew is Directorate people right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to mind if we take it out for a little joyride. That's Snarg talking. I didn't do it. Yeah, they're not going to mind if we take it out for a little joyride, right? I mean, be fine.
Uh-huh. Okay. So maybe that wasn't the best idea.
Snarg approves.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to mind. We're taking assassin criminals off the streets for them.
Okay, so let's just stick with the Maiden's Deceit for now.
There we go.
Right.
And let's go ahead and head over to Danby.
So you're going in the airship?
I would assume.
Erg pipes up at this point. Says, forgive me for overhearing, but you're two people talking on a bridge with no one else on it but me.
Where is everybody else?
They're eating breakfast.
All right. 5 hours.
It's been like 20 minutes, sir. I know that you're from one of those weird kind of knoll lands where you eat breakfast in 3 seconds. Which is funny, because if I remember, Snarg was actually eating for like 40 minutes.
Like, where I come from, meals are something to be savored.
Well,
all 12 of them.
Second breakfast, third breakfast.
High metabolism. Dude, Knowles, okay? But he says, forgive me for overhearing, but I just thought I'd point out that I've already done the calculations. It's going to take us about 6 hours if we go full steam to head to Danbys right now.
Right. It's maybe even shorter than I thought it would be.
Do we want to go full speed?
Well, that is the catch. There are still some risks with doing that.
Oh, really? Like what?
Being detected by everything in the entire region. And there's a war about 10 miles that way.
How slow we got to go for that not to happen?
That would increase our travel time to, let's say, about 9 hours.
Oh, that doesn't seem too bad.
If you want to go
think that's
full
perfectly
stealth,
reasonable.
it's going to take way longer. I don't think you want to go full stealth.
I'm wondering. You said that Tema is halfway between here and Danby's, correct?
Correct. Well, it's not... Okay, I know you can't see me, but if you can imagine straight to 2 o'clock is you to Danby. If you were to go over to more like 3 o'clock and then up to 2 is Tema to Danby.
All right. So here's what I'm wondering. You want to make a stop off in Tema first, just in case you decide to go there, and maybe we could learn a little bit about him.
How does Tema?
Tema's where his house of...
No.
Is. Sorry.
Where is Tema compared to the war?
Behind the last known lines of the war. And I'm saying that wrong.
I pulled up the map. Okay.
In the war. Is that better?
It is in the war.
Oh,
Well,
it's in
last
it.
you checked, now that was before the Tuskers came in. So the line may have been pushed a little bit eastwards.
So I don't think that is necessarily the best idea.
At least on
not-
the airship.
Yeah, not in the airship.
All right. You can just head straight along the Gold Road Place to Danby's.
Yeah. Z will kill us if we do anything to her airship.
I mean, we don't have to say that we did anything.
It
It was
that
the other. It was the
aliens.
enemy's cannons.
It was. How dare they?
And who put it in the line of fire for the enemy's cannons?
Whoever is flying it, which would be Erg.
Ah! Why? Okay, so
Wait, wait, you don't fly it. Who flies this thing?
actually Erg is the
Navigator.
helmsman.
Oh,
He's the
Okay.
XO because you named him the XO, and
Yep.
he was originally the navigator.
all right. Stop flying us into cannons. Okay.
Terribly sorry, sir. I can't do a German accent, or I'd do it here. Jawohl, mein Junge. There we go.
Nazis.
I was being made fun of on my stream recently because I can't even do a Hollywood German accent. You know what a Hollywood German accent is. And I was trying really hard, a little too hard. And I gave up and just did Russian because I can do that. All Germans are Russians. Anyways, please don't kill me, Germany. So, did you decide on the course to Danby at not breakneck pace?
9 or 10 hours, whatever.
Okay. So,
Whatever till morning.
okay. Are you doing anything for the next 9 to 10 hours?
Well, aside from the marking the target, since I have a depiction of him,
You do.
which does not take. It takes 10 minutes. Okay, it's not going to be 9 hours.
10 hours of just studying a picture.
No,
This is so boring. If you mess up at all, it's gone.
yes. No. I spend the rest of the time. I'm gonna grab some. I'm assuming there's mundane equipment that I can get, like ropes, maybe some
Oh,
manacles
yeah.
and whatnot around here.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll just be collecting some of that kind of stuff,
Okay.
getting ready, preparing.
Montage.
Yes.
Guido?
I'm going to try teaching Snarg how to play chess.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I'm totally kidding.
Let's do it. There we go.
All right,
I
so
found chess set.
this is the rook, okay? He can move infinitely in the cardinal directions. Oh, okay. No, he can't go through other units. No, but no, he has
Wow,
to
like-
stop here. Okay.
Skirmisher. I
No,
win.
but he
This is the bishop.
Oh.
Here's the knight.
Okay. Wait.
And here's us, the pawn.
we can move 1 inch and win the game because that's what pawn. Any good chess master will tell you pawns win games. Pawns are awesome.
And passant. All right.
So seriously, what are you doing, Guido?
If there's any breakfast left, I'll
Eat
Try and-
more.
I'll try and pack some up for travel.
Oh, good idea. There is still some meat that you could salt or weave, or ask someone else to weave. Actually, I'm not sure you have a weaver. Oh, no, you totally do. You have a young, and by young I mean extremely old, gnome weaver, who I keep forgetting is on the ship.
Oh, Millie.
Yeah, Millie's actually on the ship. Millie Great.
I don't think we've been introduced. I don't think we know she's there.
Oh, it's okay, young man. I've been watching your adventures. You're very strapping for a young Lugian, let me tell you.
So she just happens to show up, and
She's eating breakfast when you go down to salt the meat.
Ah, okay.
Oh, no. She's eating like a bed of spinach and lettuce and flowers and fruit. Just all sorts of fruit, raspberries, apples, that kind of thing. Ow, damn it.
That is way too healthy, ma'am.
You don't understand. When you get to my age, you tend to enjoy things like this more. Would you care for some?
Oh, I wouldn't want to deprive you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, no.
I know, Looklog of Myra Witch,
Yeah.
you know, makes it a point to be very precise with each meal that he prepares. So
You hear a voice from the like just around the corner. I'll do my best, Captain.
So yeah, I'll try and pack up whatever I can as far as rations and whatnot. I'm assuming I'm not tired, so
Nope, you're fine.
yep. I'm going to polish my armor. I'm gonna clean my armor.
All right. So you're cleaning your armor,
Yep,
and you see your own reflection in the armor, and you realize
that's more like it.
that you look awesome.
As well, I should.
You get a +1 morale bonus for your first roll when you get into this mission. I'm not making that up. You totally do.
Okay.
Snarg,
Yes.
for your diligence in watching that picture for 10 hours, which is really impressive. I'm kidding. Is there anything special you want that isn't just, mundane stuff that we don't actually need to keep track of for this mission? I will tell you this person is listed as having, to put it into game terms, class levels.
Okay. Kind of. This is actually kind of something that I had mentioned all the way back in my dossier on Blood Fox.
Okay.
But one of the things that was expected of all members was to be familiar with the rules and legalities and whatnot of the Blade Flock.
I recall that.
So I figure that Snarg is probably at this point, since he's dealing with an assassin and all that sort of stuff, is going to see if somebody has any type of material or can at least just tell him a little bit about that, since he knows of the Bloody Flock, but he doesn't know the specifics.
Okay.
Like why exactly they're legal, what makes someone legal and not legal, etc., etc.
Well, there's this cat, and
It's very displeased.
I found Alonzo! Here he is!
get him!
Yes!
Get him!
Got him! Yeah.
Yes! Mission accomplished. Well, that was really easy. I had this whole thing planned out for you. He's just in your lap.
So I guess it's not.
She, excuse me. Oh my God, it's even more horrible than we thought.
That's what you were doing at Danbys.
Yes, changing genders. We'll go ahead and say that if you talk to Greeley of Silversnap, the goblin, she has some information about that, which I will share with you now. The Bloodied Flock was an organization created out of pessimism and cynicism during the Daracost Accords, approximately 101 years ago now. The idea was that political maneuverings between people can get really, really bloody. And the idea that was being laid down was that forgive me for the term, Game of Thrones should not be allowed to affect the little people any more than it has to. So rather than allow for the rampant that was happening up until that point, political intrigue and backbiting and machinations, especially amongst what would eventually become the Alluvian Kingdom, just all the different merchant tribes through that area and all the vassal lords and all that, They were going to legitimize the concept of going after someone. All they had to do was meet certain criteria. Now, Greeley mentions she doesn't actually know what those criteria are. In fact, apparently nobody does. The way it works is you go to the flock and you approach the flock. They have an outpost in every major city and quite a few otherwise trade hubs. And you say, I want to assassinate this person, and here are my reasons why. And if you lie to them, you actually get like a black mark on your record. And if you try to repeatedly lie to them, you are disallowed from further business from them. The flock has an entirely separate branch, which would basically be best described as just the scouts. Their entire job is investigating marks, because they will not legally take a mark until they have determined that it matches whatever their qualifications are for someone who deserves to die. Again, nobody's 100% sure what those qualifications are. However, they will take more cases than not, because of at least up until the war started, this is the way things were, in a sane world a few months ago, before elemental ley lines started detonating and people started... Anyways, back then the way it would work is most of the time the flock did a lot of business, unfortunately, but it was all above board, if you know what I mean. The vast majority of marks that were requested were accepted. So, for whatever reason, their qualifications were usually met. And if you went saying, I don't like Bob, I want Bob to die, that probably wouldn't qualify. And more importantly, simply doing that would be political suicide, because one of the things that is legally allowed the flock, and all 4 nations ratified this, is the flock has the right to publicly admit any marks that they are contracted for, whether they accept them or not. So if you said, I'm going to go kill Bob, and they say no, or no, I want you to kill Bob, and they say no, they have it fully within their right to go public and say, John over there asked us to kill Bob. And here's his reasons why, ...
Okay, so even if they don't accept, you're pretty much liable for... There's no privacy between clients and them.
That is correct. Now, Greeley pauses a moment and says there's also... so the way the flock works is hang on. Actually, I need to check my notes on one thing, because I don't remember the exact numbering. Give me just a moment. I actually have a thing of just the bloodied flock right here.
Classified.
It kind of is, but I need to... There's something that Greeley would know, and she would probably share it with you, so you can give me a moment to find it. That's the magical binding contract, which is not it. What is this? Oh, right. That's not it. Wow. Aha. That's not it. Where the heck are these notes? There they are. Okay. Give me just a moment. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, just making sure. I wanted to verify my notes. I want to be self-consistent. I don't want to be like, Star Trek. So you start... you've joined the Bloody Flock. They're actually surprisingly lenient in who they accept to join the Bloodied Flock. However, due to the nature of how the flock works, most people who are, just random thugs end up bowing out of the flock very quickly. They kind of have a sort of forced natural selection process going amongst their personnel. In other words, if you join the flock simply by being a part of them and their regime and how strict they are with regarding their own assassins, if you're not cut out for the job, you probably will either bow out or be kicked out fairly quickly. You start off at rank 9. Rank 9 is the easiest, simplest stuff to do. Often doesn't actually involve killing either. Rank 9s tend to do some investigation to get them used to the job, that kind of thing. Rank 7 is the highest rank most people interact with. Rank 7 is like, I want you to go kill Bob over there. If Bob was like the leader of a city or something like that, or the leader of a major company. Ranks... I'm saying that wrong. I'm getting my numbers mixed up. Apologies. Rewind. Rank 9 through 7 is the low scale stuff. Really small scale. Rank 6 up through 3 is the stuff, and rank 3 would be the people who deal with assassinating a head of a company or whatever. Rank 2 is the kind of person who basically is only there for killing like a member of the military, for example, or a very important individual, regardless of the person's rank. That is someone who is considered very, very high profile assassination. Rank 1s, and this is where Greeley kind of scratches her head about. Rank 1s publicly are told that they're the ones who don't actually go out on assassinations anymore. They're the ones who police the bloodied flock. So if anything ever needs to go after the rest of the flock, they will go after the rest of the flock.
Kicked up to a desk job.
From her information, that is true, but they also take the illegal jobs.
The illegal jobs?
Well, every now and again, and this is actually quite rare, a illegal job comes through. I want you to go after Major Figure B. What would be a rank 2 job, but does not meet their qualifications for whatever reason. But they still decide to take it, and usually because the money is very, very good. Bloodied Flock in general is actually quite expensive.
It's not sanctioned.
Yeah, bingo. So, rank 1s, from her information, deal with unsanctioned, very high-profile assassinations.
I see.
And they won't take, from what she understands, unsanctioned assassinations that are less of a deal. Like, literally, if you wanted to kill John across the street because his dog won't shut up or stop crapping on your yard, they don't care. If you want to arrange the assassination of, Major Figurehead B, like the head of all of Archon Transport Systems, the CEO of that company, and they're like, well, that's completely illegal, but you're offering us a ridiculous amount of money for it, so why don't we talk? That's what rank 1s do.
So since you know about it, apparently people find out about this. And I guess their blood flock is just so scary, they don't do anything about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, there are a few spy networks that know about the truth of the rank 1 assassinations. But, yeah.
Well, if anyone tries to do anything about it, they're going to have a contract put out on them, and they're not going to do anything
Suddenly
about it.
Suddenly a contract appears.
Right.
Oh, hey, you want me? Okay, yeah, we're legal. Yeah.
Speaking of which, is there any for sure fire way to recognize an actual legitimate contract? 'Cause, I mean, surely someone could just kill someone and whip out something that says, "Hey, bloodied flock, haha."
They are magically binding. It is worth noting there's actually 3 levels of verification here. First is your standard. It's a piece of paper that looks like it's official looking. Okay,
Sure.
So that's your normal thing. That's to get you through the Bob Joe Guard. If Bob Joe Guard is like, well, hang on a second, I want a little bit more. There's a second layer of magical signature to it, which will give a little bit more information and may take a little longer to verify, but that information that is inscribed magically into it is done to say, okay, here, you can contact these people at this place and they'll verify, blah, 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 blah. The third level of verification is for if anybody really, really questions it. It's like, hang on. The third level, most actual Bloodied Flock members aren't even aware of. And it's woven into the contract very, very carefully by an Archweaver so that it will actually connect mentally the person examining it to the magical contract itself. And they will be able to examine, for lack of a better way to put it, the souls of the people who signed the contract, including the person who requested it, their reasons for requesting it, and the Bloodied Flock members, the handlers specifically, who verified it and said this is a legitimate contract. That third layer doesn't come up that often.
Yeah, I imagine not. I mean, can you imagine getting messages from 2 of those at once? It's probably really confusing. All right, well, that actually tells us a lot about that. Cool, thank you, Greeley.
You're welcome. Also, they really, really like killing gnolls. I don't know why. No, I'm kidding.
It'll be a big surprise. Everybody else seems to.
Hey, I used to kill gnolls in my day, but not good gnolls, like just bad gnolls.
Yeah, I killed goblins too, so we're square.
Awesome, great. Peace.
I'm gonna go hang up my trophies
for killing goblins.
No, actually,
Goblin Killer. You actually have a whole shelf because you made your tribe made a game of it, killing goblins.
Yes.
Best Goblin Killer in 34, 44, or whatever.
That was a wonderful game to play right outside the place that they ran.
Yes.
No, I mean, the only thing The only thing I have left is just going to decor the room a bit, and imagine we're probably there.
Okay.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, anything else you want to do other than polish the armor?
I didn't actually hear what Snarg just said.
Oh, I just said I'm going to decor my quarters a bit, but that's about all I have.
Oh, decorate.
Yes.
Sorry.
You know,
Decor my
Decor
quarters.
the halls with.
Just like. So
No, that's not how you use that word. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool, guys. I don't see the issue. Okay, so you get there at about 4 p.m. I'll just go ahead and tell you that now. I've already mapped that out.
Okay.
You get a berth without much issue. It's an irrelevant amount of silver to berth, so you got to pay up for that. Are you going to leave the door wide open this time? Banging in the wind.
Well, we've got people in here.
I know, but
we didn't leave the door open. We closed it last time.
You closed the door, didn't lock it, didn't leave anyone on board.
I set a trap.
You. Would you like? Here's a better question. Would you like any of your crew to assist you in this mission?
I don't see a big reason we have to take the airship crew off unless someone really wants some shore leave.
No,
that's up to the captain.
Although actually, Cornelius and Azimi are both going to. Oh, and Blucklog are going to make it a point of popping off ship in the presence of Kethos of Bleeding Hollow, and they're all going to pop off the ship to gather supplies because Danbys is a major trade hub, and they would be stupid not to.
Okay.
You leave, and they're off gathering supplies. You are in Danby's outpost again. Within minutes of leaving the airship. Oh my god! It's Stark!
I forgot the hood.
Stark of Alpha! Oh, where'd he go?
Perfect. Good idea, Guido.
No, that totally doesn't work. They're swarming you. They want autographs.
Oh, wait, what?
They want you to sign their breast.
Well, I signed using my paw, so okay.
No, wait! Stop, evildoer!
What? It's ink.
No, seriously, you have fanboys and fangirls who are... Okay, you remember in Oblivion,
Yes, I knew you were going to bring that up.
Yes, him.
One guy with straight up blonde hair.
I'm here. What's up? I did my hair in style as if it looks like your mane. What do you think? Does it look good? I tried really hard. I spent last time I was trying to. And I got my mom to try and work on it. It was actually pretty cool, but it didn't really quite work out the way I wanted. So I was hoping it. And I actually got. Okay, the purple. I'm not sure why it's there, but listen, I think it really matches because your color's kind of purple anyways. Because some of the spells you use are really purple. It's really big. And especially, of course, being one of the wild paws. Of course, I know everything about the wild paw, especially your long and varied history. For example, do you know that one time when the wild paws were actually being called upon by the Derricos in order to go and conquer the entire world? He rambles on for a bit.
All right.
You are swarmed with... Wait. You're currently swarmed with...
Can you do that thing where everybody swarms in there and the person in the middle disappears, and then a second later you see them slinking away and everybody's still trying to find them inside the crowd?
Well, there are 32 people swarming you right now.
Oh, you know what? That's actually the perfect number for getting away from somebody.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to roll stealth.
All right. This is not terrible.
I could summon a horse ride.
Oh God, no.
If any of them are elves, this is too higher.
Sure, there are a couple of elves.
Or a magical beast.
Well, there's one magical beast. He really likes you right now.
Oh, no. 21?
Oh God. Okay, so while he is failing to get out of that, Guido,
That's nothing.
One banderling walks up to you, Guido, and is like, I think you should have won. You were better than him.
Well, I appreciate that, but...
I'm just saying, you're way, like, we know, but you know, it's better. You're better. I don't know how to act like a pretentious hipster. So just assume this guy's being a pretentious hipster and calling how awesome you are, and anyone else is a dumbass. I don't know how to act like that, but that's how this guy's acting. Obviously,
whoa. Okay. What was that restaurant that we we went to where we met up with the dwarven guy. There's a big hubbub.
Doesn't quite narrow it down for me.
It doesn't really matter. There was a restaurant in Danby that stuff went downhill. I seem to remember we were at a restaurant in Danby.
I'm seeing if I wrote down his name.
I remember a restaurant. I remember where things went downhill.
When the place where we kidnapped the dwarf.
Yeah, I'm trying
Right.
to remember.
It doesn't matter what the actual.
Whatever. I don't think I wrote it down.
So a meal there would be what, like 5 silver or something?
If that, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe like 3 silver. I'd actually say.
Okay. I'm gonna mark off a gold
Okay.
and say, go get yourself a meal here.
And he's like, and his little hipster brain breaks. And because we all know the one thing that breaks hipsters is kindness and positivity. And so he's like, and then he walks away, and then his hipster brain recalcifies. And he looks at the others and says, I'm going to have dinner on behalf of, I don't know how to act like, I'm going to have dinner on the behalf of the real winner over there. And then I immediately turn around, boo, you don't know anything. Wow, that was the best MMO ever. And he's booed and shushed away, and while they're all turned looking at him, Snarg has another chance to escape.
Well, you know what? I had a different idea.
Oh, okay. Snarg has another chance to do something.
So he's kind of accepted his fate at this point in time. So he starts the whole process. But in the meantime, well, he's like, you know, kissing babies and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
He's like, sign there, sign here, sign here. So say I'm looking for one of my fans. So give a description of the band. Anyone see him around here? Anyone see him around here? So and so and so. Basically asking the entire crowd if they've seen this guy.
We'll go ahead and let the dice decide this. Roll your gather information.
Yes, and I get a bonus because I'm looking for a specific guy I've marked.
That is correct.
He's not an elf, though. Oh.
He's not an elf. That's correct. He's a bandoling.
Mediocre. 21.
Now, I have to ask if you're using the name written on the sheet or not. It is mentioned in the sheet that he uses aliases, which is why I ask.
No, I was pretty much just going off of the description.
Pure description. Okay, so that does not add a negative to your roll. So 21, you said?
Yes.
Amongst the group of people, that's barely what I was hoping for. You get a tiny scrap of information about one of the guys. Is like, I think I saw bandoling like that. You said he's got like these stripes up here on his shoulders and like yellowish kind of markings around the eyes like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, where did I see him? He was over in the... he's over in the residential district. I saw him around the... I can't think of the name of the street, man. I'm sorry. It was over by, the west side, right?
Oh, the west side, of course.
Yeah. I saw him walking over there. Don't know what he's up to. Looked like he was just hanging out. Kind of looked like a bum, if I'm being honest.
He kind of does, doesn't he? That's just his way,
Yeah.
He's kind of a hipster. All right, so thanks. Here's the paw print. Here, remember Sandstorm?
That's your new catchphrase. Sandstorm. You got to say it right.
All right, wait. Arid Sand. Or wait, which one was it? What's the haste?
The haste one. I don't remember what it's called.
I don't know what it's called. It's the desert one.
Shoot, now we got to look it up because we got to make this your catchphrase. Hang on. Geomancer abilities. Plains,
desert.
So
you see, it
is Arid
kills
Sands. People. Arid Sands.
Ah, yes, Arid Sands.
So
okay.
I want you to channel your best Marigar right now and say Arid Sands.
Do I have to spin around at the same time?
Yes.
All right. No, just because there's people around, I'll actually go ahead and just do Arid Sands.
Whoosh!
Gather up all the sands and do, a quick one. Maybe I'll give some people... Actually, hang on. Let's see if I have to roll D4 for it. I can't read this dice. Only on myself.
Uh-huh.
Because I only got a 1 on a D4.
So for those of you who haven't seen Danbys or just recent, or I don't remember, the energy of the sands wells up around Snarg and fills him with vigor and haste, and he is now like super fast because he's actually got haste cast on him. And he zooms away at this point in time from the crowd, I assume.
Beep, beep. Well, I'm collecting Guido, but
He literally grabs Guido.
if I'm a resident here, let's go. You're muted.
Right. So, Zoom.
Wait, zoom? Crap! We gotta kill the Flash. So
It only lasts for about a little over a minute.
So. So I will assume you're heading in the direction of where he talked about.
Yes, or running. I'll tell Guido. So, one of them said they saw this guy near the residential district. Yeah. So I figured we head over there and start tracking around.
Okay. Do we have to head there immediately, or can we make a pit stop on the way?
We could probably make a pit stop really quickly. Where do you want to go? Hurry! It's coming up.
The adamantine pike.
Aha!
Oh, that's the place that you dealt business with last time.
I
Wasn't
remember that place.
it? All right,
Yep.
yeah, that's actually fortunately on the way. Actually, it's right here.
There you are. I like the idea that Guido's just been running full tilt, and with his long strides has just been keeping up, even though his speed is terrible.
Actually, I was just imagining since the plate armor is so heavy, I'm really just dragging him. He just going skiing along the ground.
You, well,
As
you
if
did
nothing's
did
happened.
just polish it, so it's very smooth. So, although unfortunately, it's not quite as polished now. I'm afraid.
He hits a little canvas and does a... No, it's probably not as ridiculous as that.
Probably not, but we're just going to
Prob-
imagine it that way. The Adamant Pike, which at this point in the evening is actually still open.
Okay.
So you want me to do me bodyguard for you? Make it look impressive.
Sure.
All right.
So, I'm just gonna basically stop at the entryway. Is Ofek of Storm Reaver in?
Just a second. Yeah, he's in right now. You want to go see him? The
Please.
dwarf says. Of course, I'll let you in immediately. Give me just a moment here. Boss Stormreaver. Boss Stormreaver, is a looking to see you. No, I'm not gonna. I don't think he's here to break your. Are you here to break his legs?
No.
Okay, he's not here to break your legs. Because I asked him, like a decent, civilized person. If you weren't borrowing so much damn money, I'll go get him. I'll be right back, sir.
No, if he'll get him out here, I can break his legs for him if you want me to.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
Wait, is this guy a dwarf?
Now, Ofek would be a orc, actually.
Oh.
Ofek comes out. Let me get my best garage voice going here. Oh, yes, Guido of Granite.
I'll break his legs.
Oh, my legs, my legs! Oh, God, I deserve it for being garage.
No.
I will never let go of my hatred of that man. So, Mr. Graniteholm, it's good to see you again. What can I do for you, my fine individual gentleman?
I'm just wondering if we've had a chance to get you any iron yet.
Yes, about that. I may have made a few poor personal life decisions, but I swear, once I actually get the money flowing, it'll all be acceptable. I swear. Please don't break my legs.
What did you do?
It's very simple, sir. Oh, excuse me, my throat. I'm going to stop doing that. Something about that orc voice just really kills my throat. What happened was I was having a little bit of troubles, kind of meeting ends meet while the iron was en route. So I was like, you know what? No, I'm a good smith. I'm actually of high quality. I can make this happen. So I went ahead and made really high quality axe. It's really, really, really high quality. It's actually one of the best axes I've ever made. In gameplay terms, it was keening, and I made this great axe, and I sold it for a pretty sum to one of our upcoming gold arena participants. And I thought, easy money, right? And I went ahead and bet all of my money on him winning his fights. So it turns out that he lost his fights. He was fighting up against some kind of black mage, and didn't go well for him. And so I lost all my money. And then he might have come back a little upset, claiming it was my fault for the axe, which I swear was high quality. I make no apology for the quality of the axe I sold that man. And so he kind of threatened to break my legs and demanded that I repay him all the money he paid for the axe. And the iron shipment is... actually, what date is this? The May 10th, so that would be... Give me a moment. The iron shipment just got in yesterday. So I've been kind of trying to crank out some goods on that and get my dogs to be barking. Get my dogs barking so I can... It's an old blacksmith saying, when you really hammer it. Because it sounds like a dog whenever you hit it. Hey, stop that dog barking back there. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I was just trying to get... Yeah, shut up. So as I'm trying to get these sales through as quickly as I can, I figure once all these are through, I'll have more than enough money to pay off the gentleman and, be profitable again. I'm having issues at this exact moment in time.
And how much do you owe?
7 trillion.
Copper?
No, it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm in hock about 500 gold total. Oh, you mean just for the axe? Oh, just for the axe, right. That's gonna be, that was about 15 gold.
So he's threatening to break your legs for 15 gold.
Yes. He seemed like a very unpleasant individual. He was, I still can't think of the name of, like elves, but not pointy ears.
Tell you what.
Human?
Human? Sounds like a Ferengi name.
I will bail you out this once. If...
It was a sure bet. I mean, he had my high quality axe. He looked like a decent fighter, and he said he had the backings of some great noble lord I'd never even heard of. It seemed like a good bet. Safe bet.
Next time you're on your own.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I really do appreciate your faith in me, sir. I was hoping you could talk to me about a few details regarding the caravan of shipping these weapons off from this location to be purchased.
Okay.
Detail. There we go.
Okay. Also, I'm marking off 20 gold.
Okay.
So he
has existent money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's dead dirt broke right now.
Yeah, I don't have notes on where the weapons that he's making are going.
I believe we deliberately decided not to decide that yet because you had a few options. I'll go and give you really, really rough options right now. Go ahead.
Was it a matter of we're not actually sending them? He's selling them to Danby?
That could work. Yeah, absolutely. They could just sell them in Danbys.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because nobody else is really doing that much in iron.
Yeah.
Most of it is like copper and bronze.
Yeah, because obviously, yeah.
Right.
If you want to do that, that totally works, and he'll just start selling them here.
And then he'll just basically be exporting money.
Yeah, exactly. Let me go ahead and make a quick note here about that. So, iron quality goods. This will eventually become a thing. I'm just making notes about it now. Like I said, we'll narrow that out sometime when we do our... what'd you call it, Snark? Because I can't remember.
Downtime?
Downtime, when we do our downtime stuff. In Danbys. There we go. Okay, so that's all hammered out.
Okay.
While this is happening, Snark, what are you doing while they're negotiating that?
Well, I wanted to ask him a few questions because I overheard some stuff while he was
Really?
talking, I assume.
Well, why don't you do so?
But in the meantime, I'm just keeping watch, basically.
Aha!
Conduct
Roll
business.
awareness.
Oh, okay. Where is my awareness? Oh, I should. It's in the A section, not the S's.
He should totally get a +2 because he's not me.
Well, if it is a magical beast or an elf, it is.
That's a new bonus. Not Guido. +2. Just flat.
I got a 25.
What did it? I can't read it.
This says sus saves. That's what I
think it says Jesus saves,
Oh,
and then something
Jesus
about
saves,
full damage.
something you take full damage. The rest of you take full damage. Okay.
Okay, we got it. See, I kind of guessed the rest of it because I think I've seen that shirt
Easter
before.
appropriate.
You'll never guess who got it for me.
Yeah.
No, I'd never
No idea.
guess that, especially right after Easter or anything like that.
No, actually, that I got that for her years ago.
Oh, well, never mind.
So
Um,
she just happened to be wearing it today, so it's convenient.
yeah.
Well, for Easter and all. It's like an Easter shirt.
It is an Easter shirt. What'd you roll, Snarg? Sorry.
I got a 25.
25. Fantastic. Give me just a moment. I'm still looking up his name. You see a human. I'll start with that.
Oh, well, that's unusual, actually. Especially this far over to the west.
Yes, it is extremely unusual.
Assuming it's probably not like the one or two humans that I know.
No.
Actually, I know more than that. I think that back.
You know...
It's probably not in this island.
You personally know two humans. You know a few others in brief.
I don't know, I had at least two separate conversations with one individual on the island that almost got blown up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this guy's name. Did he never give it to me? I lost the original link, which really sucks. Oh my god. He did. Okay, it's Rory's brother.
Oh. I don't think I ever met him before.
You actually have, but extremely briefly.
Okay,
actually,
so likely don't remember him.
Yes, very briefly. It's likely you don't remember him. I'll go ahead and put that. I was looking up his name to drop his name, but I can't find his freaking name. Anyways, it's Rory's brother.
And he's snooping around up to no good.
Well, kind of. He's over here. Now, what you see from him, immediately you can tell it is. He's kind of young. He's younger than Rory is. And he's swaggering. Partially because of overconfidence, partially because he's drunk. And he is actually swaggering in the direction of the shop, as it happens.
Okay. We'll set
Now, he's swaggering in like while Guido and Mr. of Stormreaver are hammering out the, okay, we need more of this and blah, 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 and this much metal is what I'm going to need in order to sell around here, and here's projected profits, and here's exactly how we're cutting it. Of course, 90-10 my way. And, I'm sorry, 90-10 your way. 90-10 your way. Please don't kill me. Oh, my legs. While Guido's in that stage is when this guy's swaggering over.
Okay.
You can literally smell him from here. That's not just because you're a knoll.
Ugh. Alright. Hang on, guy. What was it? Human. Human.
I don't know his name.
There's a business being conducted here. Just wait for a moment.
And he throws up on the spot.
Oh, Lord. I'm not going to clean that up. Hang on. You don't have business here, do you?
Geddes Olsen is his name.
Bless you.
Geddas.
Okay.
So, yeah. So Geddes is his name. Obviously, you don't know that, but now that I have the name. Oh, who are you
Pick him
to
up by the scruff.
tell
If
me
you're
where
going to
to
conduct business, you can't
go,
be drunk, right?
Mr. Furry Face? I'll conduct business. I'm here to give my money. It's my money!
Really? It doesn't have to be for an axe,
My
does it?
money. What?
Doesn't have to
You
be
mean
for an
this
axe.
piss poor axe? And he actually pulls it out and holds it up. And it is actually, you can tell just at a glance, it's actually a really high-quality axe.
Oh, that is a terrible axe. I'll just take that off your hands.
What? Oh, my axe! Where my?
No. I'm not gonna take.
You'll totally succeed, right? I'm not even making that a roll. You would just grab it out of his hand. He'd be like, "Hey,
were you fighting in the arena?"
oh, damn right.
Yeah, well, drunk.
Fighting's all I'm good at. Fighting's all anyone's good at. You're a fighter too, aren't you? You know how I know? Because
No.
you're breathing. The only ones who stop fighting aren't breathing.
Could also be because I have a giant great sword in my bag. But yes, too.
Second throw up. Are you still holding it?
Yeah.
All right, on the whatever you got on right now.
All right. I'm getting tired of this. Start casting a spell.
What's with the light show?
Asuna.
What's with the light show? Glenna, or not? Sorry, wrong name. Lorna. He starts saying Lorna, which is a shame because Glenna would maybe prompt an intro, but whatever. And you cast Asuna. What level?
Well, I guess just whatever the minimum level is. Which
we'll go ahead and
is
say that
whatever it is +1 because I have the boosted one.
Woo. So we'll say an Asuna 3 is required because he is smashed.
Okay, so I guess I just cast it a 2 because it goes to 3 then.
Yeah. Okay. So, by the way, I just have to set it aside. I've actually had some players in the past look at me weird when I say that something that cures poison can cure alcoholism, or not alcoholism, but being drunk. It's a poison.
That's why dwarves are resistant to it.
Anyway, so he sobers up like instantly. And immediately crumbles onto a ball on the ground and starts sobbing.
Oh, I can't cure that. Sorry.
Yeah, you can. Stab.
Oh, I mean, I've got something to make him cry even more.
Meanwhile, Guido has just rolled a 1 on his awareness.
All right, look, buddy. Whatever you're going to do,
close.
it's not that bad. I've been in the arena. It's not that bad. Come on. Come on.
It was a 3.
Oh my god, yeah, you totally are unaware of this
No.
charade, or not charade, drama going on over here.
What's going on, buddy? Why are you out here? You're out here alone? Did you come all the way up to Danbys arena? Guys, you want to try your fortune? You got beat down, huh?
No.
No. So what's wrong?
So fast forward like 30 minutes, because he's going to be sobbing for a while.
Okay.
If you'd like to be patient with him for 30 minutes, you may.
Might as well. This is I'm not going anywhere.
So 30 minutes pass by, and you get him to the point where he's just doing that little...
All right, look. I got this thing that helps everybody. Here you go.
Is it water?
This is water.
He drank... No more booze! No
It's
more
not
booze. What...
It's water.
Oh, sweet nectar of the gods. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip the role-playing thing for a moment because it might hit a little too close to home for me at this particular point in my life.
Okay.
He is actually a deserter. He was fighting in the Illuvian army about 30 miles east of here, and he's a human. Now, humans, and I hate to reiterate this, but I feel like I really failed at emphasizing this in the beginning of the campaign, so I feel like I keep re-emphasizing this lately. Humans are pretty non-violent towards other sentient beings. Their life is actually a sacred thing culturally to humans. They don't kill each other. It's even illegal to kill each other. I know, crazy, because that's technically illegal in real life, but my point is to actually obey it because of the massive repercussions. So this guy... signed up with the army because doing so... Oh, by the way, as he's giving out his story, Snark, I'm just going to give it to you. You figure out that this guy's related to Rory. Especially when he mentions his mother, who I know for a fact you've met.
I believe so, yes.
You actually saved her life on the docks of Holtberg once. At least that one time. He is someone who... he signed up in order to get military benefits for his family because they were living literally in a cargo container on the Illuvian, or on the Holtberg docks, and he and his sister both signed up. They have it was just a bunch of military training, a bunch of formations, all that stuff. It was all fine. He was cool with all that. He's not bad with that. When he saw the soldier next to him's insides on his outside, that was pretty much officially the moment he got hit really, really badly with shell shock. And then it got worse from there. And very, very shortly thereafter, the violence of the moment completely just snapped him. And he literally just dropped his weapons and ran without any plan or sanity involved, just running in a direction. He ran for quite a while until he literally collapsed in the desert and fell unconscious. He was picked up by one of the roaming guards here. Now, as an aside, if you remember, these guards are very well paid and very well equipped and very well everything, because, as you have already discovered, these are actually Directorate soldiers posing as guards. So one of those, the Directorate, he doesn't know this, of course, but you infer this, one of the Directorate soldiers picked him up, brought him in, got him some food, got him taken care of, and was very understanding and sympathetic with him for his plight. He had nowhere to go and nothing to do. Like, he literally can't even go home. First of all, he's a deserter. Second of all, he has no method of transit other than just walking, and he wasn't even know where he was going. So his best option available to him was, I'm just going to go ahead and do the only thing I'm good at, because he was actually a fighter back on the island. He just fought beasts. And he is told the arena is non-kill. And that's like this, he like grips that idea. I'm not killing anyone. I'm not killing anyone, so it's okay. And so he went into the arena, but unfortunately, actually being in combat with someone else kind of re-triggered him. And so he completely dissolved into a blubbering mess, forfeited the match. And now he has been drinking alcohol. And nothing else. He was actually trying to commit suicide by drinking. Just drinking and drinking and drinking. By the time he finishes telling all that, Guido, you have finished your business. So if you choose to, you could have walked in and just observed the rest of this story. I'll go ahead and just tell you now, there's no need for a deception roll. He is, in fact, telling the truth.
Okay. So you're wanting your money back for the axe, correct?
No, I don't care. I mean, I guess I do. I don't know. What's the money even going to do me? I was hoping to, like, get enough money to get home, but I don't even know how to start with that. Maybe if I just... Well, I assume it's back in Holtval or Holtball.
Holtberg.
Holtberg! Thank you. God, I can never remember these weird elven names.
Ofek of Stormreaver.
What?
The money that I just gave you to reimburse the axe.
Yeah.
Your customer's here. I'll just put my hand out, you know.
And he's like, okay. And he hands over the, what was it, 15? Yeah. 15 gold.
All right. So I take the 15 gold. So, I'll buy your axe.
He thinks about that for a moment, and then he starts tearing up because he is feeling incredibly emotionally unstable at the moment, and he just hands the axe to you. He doesn't even say anything. He's just, here, take it.
And Stormreaver.
What?
How much does it usually cost to get a caravan seat back to Holtberg?
Well, obviously you can't right now, but back in the day, I don't know, about 3 gold maybe.
Okay. So, I'm going to take another 5 gold and add that to what I've given. What's his name?
I have forgotten to. I have it open.
It's Geddes.
Yeah, Geddes.
Geddes.
Geddas.
Oh, I spell it completely differently.
I'm going off of his spelling right here.
Do I know that this is Rory's brother?
Well, when he came out and says, "Hey, look, it's Rory's brother."
Well, okay, there you go. If you want to just tell him, it is. He tells a story. Actually, you know what? Just to make it clear, we'll have you do an in check, Snarg.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't mention Rory.
Whoops. Oh, there goes that dice. 15.
Total?
Total.
Okay. I'll say that's enough. It's not that out of bounds of a thing. I was thinking 17, actually, but I'll give it to you. It's like by the time he finishes his story and he's talking about his mother in the docks and the carriage and all that, and large family and him and his sister, and the pieces just kind of line up, and you're like, you can piece it. You can even ask him if you.
Oh yeah, I remember you. I was actually I remember that knoll at the docks. It was me.
Well, I do remember you actually. I'm so sorry. I don't remember your name.
It's Snarg of Wildpaw.
Snarg of Wildpaw. That's right. And that terrible elf Zeiss.
Yeah, he's not around here anymore.
He wasn't there anyways. Coulson was there.
Oh, he's not around here anymore.
Now, Coulson was awesome. He's like, oh, Coulson. Damn it. He was amazing. But not that Zeiss fella. He's evil.
So's the word.
Okay.
I think Guido was here too. Was there too, wasn't he?
No.
You weren't? Where were you?
Guido was off saving the other family.
Oh, okay. Well, he was in the town. Or the city, rather.
So I suppose we'll just give it to you, Guido. You successfully are aware of the fact that this is
Okay.
Rory's brother.
So, where is your brother?
I have no idea. I haven't talked with him since we talked when he was in the city. I signed up not long after that, and
So is your family still in the docks?
I assume so.
I give him the other 5 gold. Find a way back to Holtberg.
I'll do my best, sir. Thank you. Should I leave a message for him? I mean, do you want me to tell Rory anything? I know you guys knew each other.
Do we have room in Fox Ridge for...
For 5 people.
Well, I imagine if you said something, it's going to be more than 5 people. Because I'm thinking, I mean...
I see what you're thinking.
I don't know how to break it to you, but they're not going to... Not your family, but they're not going to be happy to see you back in Holtberg. You're a deserter.
Well, yeah, I know. That's why
Be better to move people out of that little climate.
Well,
Well, I'm going to pull Snarg off to the side.
Wait, don't let that guy out of my sight.
he's sitting there like, this is it. I can kill myself now.
No. I mean, you know what happened last time. Let someone go to the bathroom. This is...
He turns to the orc. Do you have a drink? And the orc hands him some grog.
Yeah, Guido.
Grog, light on the rum.
Yes.
Okay, so you're looking for more recruits, but they don't necessarily have to be
I don't know.
warriors.
No, right. You're right. We need people to handle things other than fighting.
Right. The human population was... there's a word I'm looking for.
Farmers.
No,
Pacifists.
displaced.
Shape.
Displaced. So,
Yeah.
so basically, the entire population that is here is displaced, and they didn't have any way to get home, and they don't really have anything to do other than,
Get
join the
conscripted.
militia. Right. What if you were to offer, I'll say, the humans a more permanent home, like what you're trying to do with the Wildpaw clan?
Well, Wildpaw clan's ready for fight, but the humans are not. But there's plenty of things they could do that's not fighting around Fox Ridge.
You could replace some of those lycanthropes with humans.
That's true.
And-
It probably wouldn't be as good as the Lycans, but that'd make a lot of people pretty happy. By a lot of people, I mean Z.
Well, and probably the population of Alarcos or whatever it is that's right next to.
Yeah. Only question is how to get them all over there.
You have a recruiter right here.
That's true. Hey, Geddes. Stop drinking that grog. Come over here for a second. Geddes, you're muted. So open your mouth when you're not.
What? Sorry, I forgot how to drink from it. This grog is terrible. Oh, God.
Drinking problem, huh?
No, I don't want to drink it anymore. It's terrible. Do you have any more of that wonderful water?
I do.
Oh, that's so much better.
Somebody
my
appreciates it.
my throat was on fire. Oh,
Yes, orc grog. I wouldn't recommend that.
oh my God. Do you have any, like, Canada Dry? That'd be perfect.
Well, let's see.
I'm tempted to go make grog now.
I have a pack of playing cards. Is that close enough?
Yes. What can I do for you, Mr. I'm sorry, I never caught your name.
Well, I told it to you a couple seconds ago, but I'll tell you again. Starring Wildpaw.
Right, Mr. Wildpaw. What can I
Drunk
do for
again?
you? What? No.
Mm,
He isn't drunk.
all right. So listen. Guido and I here, we own a little mountain. When I say a little mountain, I mean a big mountain. It's full of facilities and everything, and we have been looking for people to help run it. And I don't mean, and there's fighters in there, there's all sorts of people there, but we were wondering if you and your people might be interested in, instead of being conscripted into the militia, like you're being forced to do in Olivia, to come and have an actual non-combatant job doing everyday stuff at Fox Ridge, just north of here. We'd be willing to pay you, give you quarters, do everything, but it will get you, and I don't know how many people came with you, out of that little cesspool that is Holtberg and into some actual proper housing and jobs. You don't have to stay there forever, but I can promise you it'll be a lot better than what you're currently going through right now.
Well,
What I need to know is if you have enough pull, if you think you have enough presence to help them get over there, if people will listen to you.
And he kind of thinks about it for a moment. He's like, well, yeah, I could get Mom and the others over there, no problem. And you start to hear a little bit of the confidence seep back into him as he's starting to think about a problem he can actually deal with, something in his scope, as opposed to war, which is way over there. And so he's like, oh yeah, I can get them together. We can grab with the money you gave me, I could get a cart and just beeline straight for it. We could avoid the front lines entirely. I happen to know where they are, at least where I think they are. We could probably go through that, what's it called? I can't remember what they were saying. It was the Order City they were talking about. They were saying we could, the city he's referring to as Eldritch, by the way.
Oh, okay.
There's an Order City, which is kind of in between here, and so we can use that as a safe haven and a recovery spot. Because there's no way the war is going to come to the Order. There's no way the Order would have anything to do with war. That's ridiculous.
Yet.
So, so I could do that. Yeah, I think I could make that happen. Yeah, I could do that.
All right. What about what? So, Gaddis, what did you do before you actually?
I was a hunter.
You're a hunter. Oh, hey, perfect. I was a hunter too.
Yeah,
it kind of sucks just having your
time.
proficiency against a beast, right?
I know, right? God, every time I go out there, it's like, hey, and they're like, hey, I want you to find this guy. It's like, well, can I find his dog? Is that a thing? I can find his dog. You know how it is.
All right. So you think you can get along? Okay.
I can make this
Well,
happen.
if you convince your family to come over there, I think they'll all be the better for it. But at least talk to everybody else there. I don't know how many people are there. How many humans? Excuse me. But I promise it'll be a better life than what they're living now.
Well, I will
Not
definitely.
asking for anyone to desert their life or to risk their life in desert, because you know how dangerous that can be. But
Yeah, I know how it is, but I understand. I'll look into that and head out there. I'll head out there tomorrow. I need a good night's sleep first before I start walking.
Yeah. Say, actually, can I manufacture a question before you get on to all that?
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
You were fighting in the arena, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember who all was fighting in the arena? Like, just, not even names. Like,
Yeah, sure. Random guy and random other guy. And
basically,
random
I'm looking to see
dude.
if the Banderling was actually fighting in the arena.
Ah. I think I'll do a roll to see if he remembers any information on this matter.
Okay.
He rolled a 3.
Okay.
I think I saw there's a bunch of people there. They're all cheering on. Apparently, like they're doing like I don't know. It's like in between season. They're not doing championship matches. Although I did see this gnome a bunch. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take the championship.
Good for him. All right. I was just checking. We're actually on the lookout for somebody. That's what it is.
Oh, well, what's his name? Maybe I can help you find him.
Well, I don't know what name he's going by, but it's you know what a banderling is?
Yeah, it's the cat people.
Yeah, the what people? Okay. Anyway,
Although if I ever say that to their faces, they punch me for some reason. I'm not sure why.
yeah, they really don't like that when you compare people to animals.
I don't know what you mean.
You know what? Actually, instead of describing to him, he's kind of looks like this.
We'll do one more roll since you're showing him a picture.
A 4.
A 3. I kid you not.
Oh, Gaddis, you are useless to me. No.
I have no idea who this. I'm sorry. He looks like a bandoling, but I mean,
okay.
he's distinct looking. I don't recall anything. I'm sorry.
Any chance Ofek sees the picture?
Ofek is off like smithing.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was going to ask him next.
Ofek will roll as well. Oh my god.
A 3.
5, but he's a bandoling. What do you want from me? Alonzo, that's not a bandoling name.
I never told you, Alonzo. Where'd you get that from?
It's on the page.
Oh, so it is. Okay.
And Firebeard's a dwarf name.
Isn't that weird?
Okay, whatever. Crazy hipster. And he runs stupid kids these days not sticking to the traditions of the
Hipsters everywhere. Hipster Arena, that's what should rename this place.
Hipster Arena.
Oh, that's a good idea. 2 hipsters enter. 1 hipster leaves.
No, 0 hipsters leave. Make it win-win for everyone. So this guy, with your permission, if you're done with him, is going to go off. Gaddis is going to go off and get a good night's sleep at the local inn before he heads out.
Okay. Yes. I mean, he doesn't need my permission.
Okay, so he's going to do that.
So I'm reasonably confident that he's not going to kill himself.
Make a note of his name, Snarg.
I did. It says, "Get us the human," right there.
Get us the human. I love it.
All right. All right. Well, he's turning in pretty early. So.
It's like 7, but yeah.
Oh, you've been talking for a while. All right. So, you conducted all your business, Guido?
Yep.
All right. Cool. Well, that was a interesting transaction here. Shall we head over to the residential district and sniff around a bit? Literally and metaphorically.
Would you like?
Yes. This is a good plan.
All right.
Would you like to go ahead and just start rolling tracking now?
Sure.
I mean, well, you'll get to the residential district, but I mean, you can start rolling it now. So you guys head over there to the western section. Of course, this is a large area, but it's also a recently built area, so it's very linear in its design. Very.
There he is!
Oh my god, he's right behind you!
No, actually, I rolled a 20. So, against smart target would be a 41.
You're passing along a fenced road, and you're looking around, you're sniffing, and you notice a literal one red hair that is snatched on the nearby fence. And you pick it up, and you're like, this was his.
I know, this picture wasn't even in color, but I recognize it.
And so you start falling.
Actually, you see the curl, and look at the picture, you see how they've...
Yep.
Whisker.
See?
It's a slightly different hue than the other ones.
See?
Firebeard, it makes sense.
Guido, roll awareness to notice the hair he's holding.
I was assuming he showed it to me. So.
Yes, but it's a hair, so...
19 on the 20, so...
Oh, there you go.
Damn, I was really hoping you
32.
just see Guido, or you just see Snarg holding up nothing.
Well, if our eyes just pour with light, we're like, we know where he is.
Okay, so you have no problem tracking him at all. You will track him to a fairly large, wealthy-looking house towards the older stuff, one of the original residential expansions of Danbys Outpost. The tracks clearly go in, not through the front door.
Ah, really? Which direction are they going?
We'll say an outside window. And out. Same window.
Ah, so he entered and then left.
Yes.
Okay. This might be the time for some discretion.
Guido,
It seems like
go
we may have already-
barge in the front door. Sorry.
Oh, we could Kool-Aid Man this.
You
It's up to you. We have done that before, and it's been successful.
That's true. For certain definitions of the word.
Well,
We're still alive.
you said the Banderling had gone in and come back out.
Correct.
Yeah.
So why would we be going in
To find out what
if
he
the
did in there?
Well, but we're hunting the Banderling, not. We can certainly go in. I just.
I was just gonna take a quick peek through the window. I mean, I wasn't gonna.
Okay.
do an extensive
That
thing.
can work.
If there's room, I'll just try to sneak over there so it's a little, hopefully unnoticed. Because if he's done something, I don't want to be linked to this.
Okay.
I'll sneak too.
right.
Guido, maybe you should stay out on the street. Maybe you should just kind of hang out. A few.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of late at this point. It's like 8 p.m. The sun has basically started setting.
I'll just stand watch.
Yeah, I was just
There
saying.
you
Not much traffic. Occasionally, a directorate
Like
soldier
swap-
goes by and just kind
Swap
of
roles
waves.
every time we go to
jovially.
something.
Yeah.
I'll just stay and watch. I'll just stay and watch. I'll just stay and watch.
So Snarg, give me your roll.
Okay.
You,
Wait,
you're,
there's no limit, there's no
I guess.
range.
Okay, so this will be the guard. This will be the guard. This will be the civilian.
Boom,
Oh
boom.
wow, I rolled crap.
I have a 27 more if it's against him or elves or stuff.
None of this is against him. One of these is against an elf. That's this one, actually.
So, well, +2 in either case.
So that's.
9 in either case.
And what'd you get total?
27 or 29 if
Jeez,
it's against
that
an elf or
frickin'
a
barely beats that. Okay, you successfully sneak in there. You for a moment you think one of the literally just a passerby resident sees you, but then they just kind of shrug and keep moving. It was an elf.
Ah, okay. Yes!
So you make your way in. It's already working for you. You make your way in,
Elf blind spot. I knew it.
and you kind of peek through the window, and you can roll.
Oh.
Let's say either deafness or I don't know what else to try and see if anything's been happening to the window.
Okay.
First thing, and then an awareness roll whenever you're done with that.
Deafness. Where's deafness? Oh. Okay. That's the one that does not say class skill.
Yes, that's the one.
The thief thing. Aha.
Knowledge thievery.
Knowledge thievery or deafness is a 19.
That's actually pretty good. You're pretty sure that this windowsill actually had, emphasis on the past tense, some kind of magical defense mechanism on it. So even if they were to use the trick, I don't know what the hell, the lock-picking trick to open the lock from the inside, the magical barrier would keep it locked as well. Whoever, Mr. Bandling has bypassed that, so that enchantment is gone right now. Now give me the awareness roll.
Okay. I'll use the same dice because this one is rolling pretty well. No, you failed me. 27 more if it's against him or elf or magical beast.
That is actually against a magical beast.
Oh, 29 then.
29. So as you look in there, you notice that there is, I guess this isn't really a magical beast, but there is a reed shark kind of laying on the floor in a very unusual manner. Because you rolled high enough, you can see the blood seeping out of it. You know, of course, that reed sharks tend to be very, very common guard dogs as pets because they are very malicious and very easy to train.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You also, real quick, this is important. This is a 2-story house and a fairly well-furnished house. And at the moment, there are no lights on inside or lamps or anything else, and it is quite still at the moment.
Right. All right. So Stark just tiptoes back to Guido. He says, Guido, it looks like he's already done his work here. He's gotten him through the lock and he killed the reed shark inside. I'm assuming that the other occupants are dead as well.
Okay.
So I guess there's not a whole lot we can do here except not be around when the soldiery shows up. So
Yeah.
I guess suggest we
let's-
continue following the tracks.
Yep.
All right.
As an aside, it wouldn't be that hard, just for the curiosity's sake, to ask someone, hey, who lives there?
Yeah, I just kind of don't want to be linked to this.
That's
Be like,
understandable.
so-and-so saw so-and-so around here, and he was asking stuff.
That's totally valid. I just thought I'd point it out.
Yeah. No, I got you. Maybe later.
Maybe later.
We can just ask him when we catch him.
Who'd
you murder?
Swear to me. Did I decide on thermoplug? I think. Anyway, sorry.
Killing the mecha engineer himself.
So you continue tracking him.
Yes.
All the way out to one of the newer residences, and he went in the front door there.
Aha.
The lights are all currently off in that residence. And it is basically approaching nighttime since the sun is set, as I already mentioned.
So since this is a newer residence, does it actually have like a name or anything of that sort on it? Or is it just like house numbers and stuff?
The Overwatch house. No, it's just house number 576.
576, I knew it. That's his alias.
Yes.
Oh, wait, that's the house number. Never mind.
Can I make a recommendation?
I'm sorry? Yes.
Can I make a recommendation?
Yeah.
Double check like around the back to make sure that he hasn't exited this house as well.
Ah, okay, good idea. So I will sneakily go around and do that.
All right. He has not exited.
Aha. Come around again and say, it doesn't seem like he's left this place unless he started jumping over the rooftops, which if he started doing that, we got a different problem. So we can just go in here and confront him.
Well, yeah. Do we want to be subtle and like knock, or do we want to just try and sneak in, or do we want to Kool-Aid man it?
Why not both? Maybe
those were three options. You can't have both of three.
Well, why not the first two? With Kool-Aid Man being plan B.
Okay.
So if you want to go in there and start addressing him at the front or knocking or something, I can go around back. That way we know if he leaves. Anyway, and if he answers the door, I can get in there and flank him, and we got him.
Okay.
This is perfect.
This is the best plan anyone has ever had. Ever.
All right. Is this two-story?
No, this is basically a shack.
Oh! I was thinking this is a huge two-story place. Okay. Well, okay, that makes things a lot easier.
It's got a door, a window for whatever the bedroom is, and no back door.
Does this place have a basement?
That's a good question.
Could I actually, sense that there's a basement using geomancy?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Knowledge elements.
Okay.
See if there's more or less density.
Basically, yes. Got a 36.
You're pretty sure there is no basement here.
Okay. Just make sure he doesn't have secret drug tunnels running to it,
Yeah.
Sometimes they do. All right. So what do you think, Guido?
You want me to knock?
Smiling like this was, and you're saying this was like a terrible plan. But it's fun, isn't it?
Oh God.
Oh, this is such a terrible plan. This
is great. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, it worked really well last time we did this. Well, if you got a different idea, I'm open to. I'm all ears. But I mean, this works every single time we do it.
Okay. Give me just a second.
All right. Oh gosh, he's telling us, "Hey, check out this plan."
Look at this incredibly terrible plan we're about to do. This is fantastic. Oh my God.
If you sit there and you come up with this really good plan, really good elaborate plan, then it's just no fun. Something has to go wrong, or else it's not an exciting moment. Think of all the movies, all the books. Something always goes wrong to create tension.
That's true.
Yes.
I can't argue that.
Would this be a good viewership experience? Of okay, you get in there, you grab him, and then it's done.
Instead, you're going to hear about how the player characters had to murder their way out of the city.
This is our way up the city.
Murder spree! Stop, evildoer!
Like, there's nothing that plan that said, and then we kill everybody outside the house.
Hang on. I need to text my sister right now and tell her your plan.
All right.
Hey, this is really important. Go ahead
Go
and...
there and get him. That's the plan.
Yeah, this is great. I'm paying attention, by the way. I can multitask. If there's anything else you want to do to lay up your plan, otherwise, unless you're just going forward with it.
All right, ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh my god. So hang on. So who's going in first? Let's start with that.
So I think we should be polite and knock on the door.
Oh, you want us to both knock on the door?
Whichever. You know, I can take the lead on this, and
Okay.
and you can, you know,
But
because this
I'll
won't end
stand
poorly at all.
I mean, like, has anybody been able to actually hit you before?
Yes, asterisk.
In the past 2 months.
You did
That's true.
the
Yeah, but-
arena.
After it cheated and ripped off your shield.
Eh.
I think I literally had to roll a 20 to hit you.
Yeah, I think you did. By the way, gamers at home, do not do what I'm doing right now. We actually had a rule back when I used to tabletop in person. Phones are banned. I'm only doing this because I can multitask and I can pay attention.
All right. I'll be right around the corner. I'll make sure he doesn't go out the back. Go.
Okay, Guido. Oh yeah! Oh wait, that's not
No. I'm
Okay.
politely knocking.
So you knock. Okay.
Yep.
There is a little bit of a pause, and a yawning, sleepy roll deception. Yawning, sleepy, Bandling just kind of comes. Oh, excuse me. Oh,
28.
damn. You're not. You think this guy's telling the truth in all that he says and does.
Okay.
Oh, can I help you, Mr. Lugian? What's all this about, sir? And he's just dressed in like slacks and a t-shirt. He's completely casual. Or not slacks, excuse me, PJs. He looks like he's going to bed.
I was wondering if you had a moment to discuss our Lord and Savior, the Canada Dry.
He looks at you for a really long moment, and he slowly closes the door.
I'm right behind him. Arr.
And then he locks the door, and you can hear him locking it, and then he goes back to bed.
Oh, come on. That was awesome.
That's fantastic. That doesn't change his reaction.
So, is it the same Banderling?
That's actually interesting that you say that. He apparently, well, okay. His overall dimensions fit, but his fur stylings and color are completely different. Snarg, because of your unique setup, I'm going to allow you to do a roll to see if you can tell if it's the same guy, even though he looks different. I'm not really sure what that would be, so I'm just going to let you do a roll.
Awareness?
Yeah.
But I don't know what else
Probably
to...
deception.
Yeah, let's do that, because that kind of covers disguises and whatnot. I can't remember what that's called in classic D&D, but
Disguise.
yeah. So, deception roll.
21.
That is just barely enough for what I was hoping for. So you are actually pretty sure this is him. He has just changed his appearance somehow.
So Snark pokes his head around the corner and says, Guido, that's him.
Okay.
What'd you say to him? He just left.
So, as he's closing the door, I will put my foot in the threshold, blocking the door from closing. It would really be in your best interest to take a moment and have a word with me, sir.
Are you rolling Intimidate?
Yeah. I have a wrench. I'm not afraid to use it.
No, I think I'm going to be diplomatic.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Ah.
So 29.
Oh, nice. Okay. Would you like to blow an AP on that?
Sure.
You automatically succeed.
Okay.
So, you've burnt your non-combat AP for the day. So he hesitates a moment, and he looks at you. And he's like, all right, whatever. He wanders back over. And you can see now that the door is semi-open. This is an extremely sparse. This is basically a flat. There's a bed. There's a bathroom, which isn't even a separate room. It's just, there's the toilet and there's the shower. And then there's a window. And that's basically it. So he flops down on the bed, sitting on the bed, looking at you. I'd offer you a chair, but I don't have one.
So as he's walking away, I'm going to gesture over to Snarg.
Try and slip in.
To,
Okay.
There's nowhere to hide inside. I'm just going to tell you that now.
Oh.
It's like
Okay.
it's like a room.
All right. I guess I'm just going in then.
Yeah.
With him.
Oh God! So suddenly this gnoll comes in. What is your demeanor when you burst in as a violent death machine?
Not bursting like a violent death machine. I mean, if that's the default state, okay. I guess.
Oh, I'm here to kill you.
No,
Would you like some Canada Dry?
no, serious, but kind of. I'm trying to kind of play the aside to Guido. Like he still needs to focus on Guido. I'm just here just in case something happens.
Okay.
You know,
So you've
kinda
got the
chill.
Ray Bonds on, and you've got the
Yeah, I got the little suit and the list
Yep.
of Blue Loud Club.
Yep. All right. So he looks at Snarg briefly with disinterest, and then looks back, and again says, "I don't have one seat. I certainly don't have two. You can't sit on the bed with me. Sorry."
Did that I'll say warrant list his other aliases as well, or any other aliases?
It listed several, but all of them were mentioned as being past tense.
Okay. So the only one that's current is Alonzo.
Actually, Alonzo's his real name.
Ah. Okay.
They don't know his current alias. That's kind of the point.
Ah. Okay.
Can I help you?
Alonzo Firebeard.
He immediately runs out the window.
Oh,
Just bolts the moment you say that.
I guess I'm going after him.
He had a prepared action for that.
Okay, so I was assuming that with Snarg being in there, he was going to basically block the window so he couldn't,
The window-
use it as an exit.
Okay, so I want you to picture this, okay? So there's the bed under the window, and he's sitting on the bed, and Snarg's blocking the window. like splayed off,
I mean, we can.
standing on the bed,
Okay.
like trying to block it with his body. And the man's
Okay.
looking up at him like, excuse me?
Okay. I failed
Not the first time
to.
it's happened.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I apologize. I didn't mention that to specifically.
I think you did. I really think you did. I just
Oh,
didn't catch
okay.
it. So, yeah, I would say Snarg. Go get him.
I've already done. This is not the first time this has happened. Somebody's mentioned a name and he just ran. I had to run him down. So go straight after him. I
He's
don't know
gone.
how fast he can go, but
He's gone.
he's gone.
You can roll to track him.
Oh, nope. Okay. Well, yeah, definitely. And I'll move at full speed while doing it.
In
I
what
thought you were
direction?
saying that Snarg would have like a prepared action to.
No, he had a prepared action
Oh.
to leap out the
Okay.
window.
Gotcha. All right.
He was like, okay.
All right. Well. Okay. Not as good as the massive one last time, but still okay. 34 with the tracking bonus for him.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of info because this is going to be relevant to pluses and minuses here.
Okay.
The window is on the wall facing west. Okay?
Okay.
He leapt out the window.
Right.
Which direction are you running while tracking?
Well, I guess west since I'm following him out the window.
My point is, like, when you get outside, and there you are, you said you were still moving while tracking, so you were continuing westward?
Oh, unless the tracks told me something else. Yes.
Okay, so you continue westward. You can tell the tracks go south
Oh,
almost
well,
immediately after you start doing that.
well, I mean, to turn south then.
All right, so you were following the tracks. The weird thing is the tracks are like are he's invisible.
Oh,
So like
okay.
you can tell he's right there. He is extremely good at what he's doing. The only reason you're aware of
So,
this is because of everything in your favor.
so if he wasn't invisible, I could see him right now. Is what you're saying?
Correct. He's right there.
Ah, okay. Dang it, I would kill him.
You can do it. You are in urban right now, if it matters,
Yeah,
or
that's what I was
city,
looking
or
at.
whatever.
Hmm.
If you are being obvious about following him, that's going to change things. I would like to know. If you're trying to roll stealth while following him, that's something I'd also like to know. And I'd just like you to do, because then I could be poisoned by whatever's poisoning me. What are you poisoning me with? You
Poison?
suck so hard. Did you at least get the game? Okay.
Huh?
Not you.
Would you like the rest?
Sure. I haven't eaten dinner. I was actually going to invite you to dinner.
Well, there you go.
So, question:
Go for it.
Can you use Asuna to dispel something?
No. There is actually a dispel.
There is a dispel. Okay.
It's a yellow magic, but yeah.
Ah, okay. That explains why I probably don't know about it then. All right. Can you target someone that's invisible with the Geomancer effect?
Yes, you may.
Okay. So here's what I can do. So I kind of know where he is. So I want to call the ghostly visions of those that he has murdered in the past appear before him.
Oh, God.
And range and paid.
Oh,
Range
God.
and paid him.
So what is the actual... So, wow. Okay. So what's the gameplay effect of this?
Apparition. Single target must make a willpower save.
Okay.
Mine's going to be 26 or become confused for D4 rounds.
Okay. So he's confused for D4 rounds.
All right. So let me roll that.
Still invisible.
Yeah. For 3 rounds.
3 rounds. Okay.
I'm hoping that the confusion will essentially be enough for me to catch up and restrain him.
You're faster than him.
Yes. Oh, I hope so.
No, my point is that you will definitely be able to catch him, even if he's still going full tilt.
Yeah. I mean, he may hit me a few times in his confusion, but
Wow. So for those of you at home, we've actually never encountered the confused status effect in this entire campaign so far. What it does is it allows me to decide the actions of the person to be as confusing as possible. So you suddenly hear this blood-curdling scream coming from him, where he is.
yes.
And there's this weird noise that's whipping around, and you can kind of tell after a moment of listening that it's the sound of metal cutting through the air very rapidly.
So he's slashing at the air, it sounds like. Okay. I'm still going at him. My intent is to restrain him. If he's whirling around, then I guess I'll try to do a non-lethal takedown with the greatsword if I have to.
Okay, I love that idea. Non-lethal chop.
Hey, it's a bloodhound ability, non-lethal force.
Yeah. So there is I'm just gonna tell you right now. You take some damage.
Okay.
I doubt it matters because I don't think you're gonna have extensive combat today. But you do get hurt. You get sliced up a bit from this. Chunk, chunk, chunk. And it hurts like hell. In fact, it hurts more than it should. You notice this as it's happening. And actually, I guess you need to do a fortitude save. I think you'll make it. But
Is it poison?
No.
Oh, okay. Whoa!
I know, right? Finally a
Maybe
non-poison
get,
effect.
30?
30, yeah, that's going to make it. So you're fine. And then you... so that's what happens. Then there's another moment. Then there's another scream. This is even more blood-curdling than before. One of the guards has noticed you by now, by the way. He doesn't actually have an action yet.
Well, I'll tell him to stand back. There's a crazy guy here.
I can tell, sir. I can tell. So make your attack roll at a disadvantage
Okay.
because
No,
he's invisible.
Not going to power attack because I've been down that road before. And it sucks when you just instantly murder them.
Let me know when I can interject.
We'll say next round-ish. You can go ahead and do something.
25 hit?
No, actually.
Okay. That disadvantage sucked. All right, well, I guess I'll just keep attacking because got multiple attacks.
All right, so the guard sees you wield this massive claymore in the middle of broad. Excuse me, I guess it's not daylight, but in the middle of the evening. Thank you.
Would you like to warm it all?
No, I'll live. I'll live with it cold. I'm not even gonna eat it now. I'm gonna wait until we're done. There is massive claymore. He's like, stop, and he brushes over to stop you.
Stand back! There's an invisible man right here splashing at the air. Stand back.
He's rushing up. He won't actually get there this turn. Guido, if you have been going full tilt towards him this entire time, this is now your chance to intervene. Otherwise, you're going to be a little bit further back. You're also muted.
Thank you. I'm a little irritated.
Okay. Oh, crap.
Yep. So, first, is it a critical? It is not,
Okay.
luckily.
Okay.
Well, actually, 19 on the die, so.
Jeez.
All right, so which condemn spell goes off?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Number 8.
And you are aware of him, so you can cast on him, even though he's invisible.
Still Wing.
Oh, no. Would you like to read that for our audience?
Applies a 1 times level rounds stop.
That'll work.
And because this is a oracle spell, there's no saving throw. It just happens.
So he stops moving.
Yes, the whirling sound, the screaming just stop dead.
Oh, dang, Guido. Good job, I guess. I don't know what you did.
What did I do?
Technically, you have now left combat because of that.
So
The
I
guard
don't know if
rushes
guards-
up and he's got his sword drawn and everything. Stop, evildoer!
I was like, hang on a second. He brings out the manacles, like literally clasps them onto something invisible in front of him.
And the guard looks at it like,
Yeah, I wasn't lying, was I? Make sure he doesn't have his sword in his hands and stuff.
and
pat him
so
quick.
the guard is going to assume you're here on behalf of someone. So you probably have a bounty or a paper, some kind of official document indicating that you are officially on some kind of legal allowance to bring in this person, because he can tell very quickly you're a bounty hunter. He's not stupid.
Yeah.
Real quick question, guys. How much more time do you have tonight, both of you?
Until whenever.
Guido?
I have to be at work in 11 hours.
Okay. I only ask because my back's starting to give me a few issues.
Okay.
Well, we
so
can
yeah.
cut it off if you need to. I know you have.
No, not now. But we're reaching kind of a decent cutoff point, which is
Okay.
why I was asking. So if you were okay with cutting off there, I was going to go and do that. And I just realized my current location is wrong. I'm sorry, viewers at home.
We got to do the whole thing over again.
All right, hang on. So at like 10 p.m. There we go. Okay, so he's asking for official papers for you to verify that you are legally bounty hunting in the area.
I said, "Oh, hang on. Let me get all the weapons off of him. This guy's tricky."
Are you going to try to do anything to remove the invisibility?
I don't think I can, unless it's some device that he's wearing.
I have no information to give you, unfortunately.
So I mean, essentially, just going to be doing a pat down, restraining him just to make sure he can't get away.
He was
We're gonna gag him and stuff too, just in case he's actually cast this, so he
Okay.
can't do that anymore.
Okay. So he's
Question.
Yep.
As Snarg is disarming this guy, do the weapons appear?
Yes.
Okay.
There are 4 of them. They are all daggers. They are very wicked-looking daggers. I'm not sure if either of you has the skill to recognize anything else about them right now. Just at a
Probably not.
glance.
Oh, I know what I could do. Like I always forget I had this skill until the very last minute. Even though he's invisible, can I use analysis on him?
Yes, because you're aware of him. Same
Okay.
reason Guido could cast on him.
Yep. So essentially, trying to get knowledge from him.
Okay. Now I know I asked this every time because I'm an idiot. How do we decide to do this? I give you like a choice.
One unique ability, stat, or knowledge from that target.
So you want knowledge from him.
Yes.
All right, so this is the head of the bloodied flock.
Really?
Really.
Oh, so that's where you're dropping the illegal stuff. Okay.
This is the
Actually, that's perfect.
head assassin of the bloodied flock.
Okay.
That's your knowledge. I mean, I could give more details, but that's the bombshell.
I mean, unless it tells what he's doing here or something like that.
He was killing Relin, the gnome.
Did he-
The ex... Yeah, he's dead. No, Relin's dead. Also, I lost... Like, Snarg is now stuck forever. He's so dumbfounded. Oh, there we go. It's sort of coming back. There we go. It actually froze like that. It actually froze like that.
Am I perhaps able to blame?
Oh, jeez. And now we're at a spinning screen. Oh my god. Connection
Wow.
quality has plummeted. There we go.
I
It's
can
coming
try.
back. It's coming back. Okay. I'm going to start closing a few things in the background here. Maybe that'll help. I don't have
Okay.
much to close, unfortunately. I don't have Steam up or anything. Okay, so, yeah, that's the bombshell. He was here to kill Relin of, I believe, Thermoplug. I actually forget his clan name, but he's dead now. He did it.
Does the knowledge let me know how to turn off the invisibility, or if it's a spell or something like that?
We're going to say no, unless you want to take that knowledge instead of the knowledge I just bombshelled.
What if I do analyze again?
That's valid. I will say we're kind of running the limits of the stop timer at this point.
Okay. Well, if that's going to run the limits, I mean, the priority one is disarm and everything.
Okay.
But if that's done, then yeah, I'll load the second analysis.
Okay, so you disarm him, you
Basically-
manacle him. The soldier is still waiting for the paperwork from you.
I mean, I'm sure he understands. Like, this is a dangerous guy. We got to make sure that.
He's waiting patiently. He actually still has his sword ready. He's just not like threatening. He's just prepared.
Yeah.
And then the stop wears off. It's like oh wait, he's gone. And then the manacles fall to the ground. Clatter,
Okay.
clatter.
All right. Did he teleport out of them or something?
You track.
Okay.
I thought Snarg said he did the manacles and bound him.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Fudge. Oh, a little bit better than my last roll. 44.
Okay, he
Or,
is
no, sorry,
gone.
34.
He is actually gone this time. He probably had some kind of emergency exit or something that he was able to activate even while under bad circumstances. It occurs to you that that is probably commonplace amongst the higher level assassins of the flock. The soldier's like, where'd he go?
Well, he had an emergency exit.
I hate mages. And he sheathed his sword. God, I could cast magic too if I had 8 years to burn. Waste my life. And so what was he here for? What are you after? I still haven't seen your papers, sir. Although I guess I don't need to now.
No,
Since
he
you
was
lost
here
it.
on an assassination, which unfortunately he did before we got here.
Oh, well, what's the issue then?
It's an illegal assassination.
Why would... And he's like dumbfounded. Why would there be an illegal... Why would he do that?
No.
Excuse me, I guess I'm assuming it's a he. His voice sounded masculine.
Yeah. Don't quite know. That's why it's illegal. It wasn't publicly announced, huh?
Hmm.
I think
Who did he assassinate?
I think you should probably go and check the quarters of relative Mechatoric.
We're never going to remember his clan name.
But it is, isn't it? That's what it is, isn't it?
I don't remember. But either way, his eyes get wide, and he literally takes off running because he realizes the implications of that.
Well, it seems that he's gone, Guido. Do you want to follow up on this? We can go and check out Relin's place. Maybe figure out why exactly he was wanting to... Who would want to assassinate Relin? He was a down in his luck gnome, was addicted to lace slice. I am thinking of the right person, right?
That is correct. That's him.
Addicted to lace slice. Who would want to kill that guy?
Make room for a new champion.
You mean like Snarg?
Well,
Yeah,
so
this still-
if there's no champion to fight, then whoever wins the arena becomes the new champion.
That is correct.
So I would recommend maybe, make sure, I'll say the mayor, I don't remember who is in charge of the arena.
Danby.
Yeah, Danby. He is the mayor.
Okay. Title was more what I was going for.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure that he is aware that, there was a conspiracy and, be on the lookout for whoever's coming in to win the championship.
Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe we should go and check out what exactly was at Rellen's place. Maybe we can find a little more information about that before the authorities get their hands on it.
We can try.
When I say I use authorities loosely.
Maybe double check the shack before we go.
I was actually just about to ask if you were going to search the shack before you leave.
That is closer. And he did leave in a hurry, so we'll hightail it back there.
Yep.
I'm going to just skip through the search because
Okay.
the place is immaculately kept. The only reason you find this, and you can tell, is because he had no chance to properly hide or take this. You find a small envelope while you're going through it. It's actually hidden inside the pillow. And what I mean by that, I mean literally like he...
It just appeared in there.
No, he zipped it open and put it in with the stuffing. So it's in the pillow, in the thing. But I'm going to go and give this to you because I imagine you were thorough. So you took 10, basically.
Sure.
Or took 20, I guess I should say. And you found it. You're like, what the heck? This envelope, when you open it, is actually a bag of holding envelope.
Oh. Okay. Did we find his personal mailbag?
Essentially, yeah, there are a lot of interesting and very incriminating papers in there.
Mm-hmm.
And about 400 gold.
Wow. Did it have anything about this assassination he was conducting on Rellen?
It did, actually. He doesn't actually know who asked for it. But
the money was too good.
The money was extremely good. In fact, that 400 gold, actually it's more like about 350 gold, was the price for Rellen's head. It's actually mentioned, so you see some scrawl on the contract, which is probably his own notes. It basically boils down to, this is lucrative assignment, low risk, no reason not to take it, is basically what was scrawled on it. Actually, I guess I'm lying. It wouldn't be him who did it. It would be like his secretary or whatever. The person who actually handles this stuff.
Okay.
Requested cause of death is listed. Or I shouldn't say cause, excuse me. I'm saying that wrong. Requested reason for death is listed. Because screw him. The investigation report is attached that Aldry Bloodied Flock does, and it shows that while Rellen is a little bit crooked, because he was pretending to be a black mage of some renown when he literally had lost his ability to cast, he's actually pretty much on the up and up.
Yeah, very minor deception overall.
Yeah, that's the only thing that they could find that even equated to a crime that Rellen has done. He actually has a very clean record.
Yeah. So, Guido, I suppose I should tell you something that I found out when we were testing him up. Probably figured it out by now. This man is a member of the Bloody Flock. As a matter of fact, he's the leader.
Excuse me?
Now, look, I'm just as surprised as you are.
As in the head of.
Yes.
And he got away.
Wait, I'm kind of curious how I did that. Is there anything, any
No.
equipment? Oh, okay.
I'll tell you out of character. But only out of character. He had a false tooth that literally was a gemstone enchanted with an exit spell, a one-use exit spell.
So he kind of got away.
So even if he was bound, gagged, everything, he could always activate that gemstone.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that though, so I wouldn't know.
No.
So yeah, he got away. It's really strange. I had no idea how. I thought you had to do this to. Yeah, I guess you know.
Mages.
We still did strip a lot of his stuff, though.
You do still have those 4 daggers. You're not sure how he was wielding all 4 simultaneously, but he was.
I can only do that once per day. Maybe you can too.
So you're telling me that we just pissed off the head of the bloodied flock?
Yes.
No, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. This could be impressive, though.
Yes.
And this is going to end well for us. How?
Well, gotta get in touch with the bloody flock. You know, maybe we can smooth things out. You know, who knows? Kind of.
I believe the proper response is O'Frell.
This means we're gonna have to try harder next time.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well-
We you know, no one suspects the instant teleportation out of bonds thing. There's no way we could have anticipated that.
That's actually fairly true.
Or the Spanish Inquisition.
That's
Or
also
that
true.
too.
You'll never know that's coming. It's hitting eventually. You wait.
Okay, well, so he's not here anymore, so
Suddenly it leaps into the room and kills you both.
Yeah.
I translate.
Oh God.
Wait, do you think he was a Tesla?
No, I would have
No, I
sensed
didn't
it.
see the portal.
I was just
No,
saying,
could've-
A, you would have seen the portal. B, Guido would have sensed it. There, you have ways to detect Desolate at this point.
All right, well, to Rellen's house then. It seems like we've tossed this place pretty well. I'll keep this letter for now. We can look over the other stuff later, but it seems like we've learned what we need to at the moment.
I'll go ahead and tell you, for future reference, just you can keep in mind, every contract in there is an illegal contract. He doesn't do legal contracts
Yes.
at all.
So no matter which way you look at it, this guy was pretty bad, later the bloody flock or not. Hey, look at this. This guy, he took a contract to kill somebody that says, because screw him.
The money was good.
And I'm assuming that money isn't all his. It's for the organization.
That is how that works, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I would recommend, instead of going directly to Rellen's, let's go to Denby and, ask permission to check out Rellen's quarters.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
We know where he is. We've been there before.
So
Well,
you-
yes, but...
No, I mean Danbys, not Rellen's.
Okay.
Because I think he has like an office like directly underneath the arena, doesn't he?
He does. It's, I'll be nice and say he's working late tonight,
No. Okay.
because it's getting late.
All right.
So,
Yeah,
he's
so-
in the office. He's like, Mr. Wildpie, I've been waiting for you to come back. Where you been, boy? Oh, man, you don't understand. Everybody's been clamoring for you. You know how many girls I get coming here, boys I get coming here saying, oh, my God, Snarga, Wildpie, Snarga. Who's this Lugian thug?
He was the runner-up.
Runner-ups don't count for that. No, I'm kidding with Boldy. I recognize Boldy. I'm sorry. A little bit of old humor. What's up? What can I do for you, gentlemen?
Bad business, I'm afraid.
Bad business? What are you talking about? Maybe let me switch the song so it's not this peaceful, lovely music while you're talking about someone getting killed. Hang on. Come on, I gotta have a good song here. Seriously? Seriously? Okay, fine. We're just gonna go back to this song here. There we go. Okay, so what can I do for you? Bad business. Tell me about this bad business.
You tell him, or do you want to, Guido?
Go ahead.
Well, fortunately, there's been, we just found out an illegal assassination conducted.
What?
Yeah.
In my city? He immediately, just smashes his hand on the desk and says, insert random name here! Get over here! Billsworth! Billsworth!
Do you want to know who it was against?
Hang on a second. A few seconds later, a heavily armored and armed banderling walks in. Sir, yes, sir. It's been an illegal assassination in our city. What the hell am I paying you guys for? Give him the details. Now. He's not
well-
not like, I'm sorry, my tone is a little bit, he's just angry. He's not actually like angry at you guys. He's just pissed. He's like,
Unfortunately, it was against someone you might recognize, Relin of Mechatork.
what?
Yeah. So we chased down the assassin afterwards.
That's
Unfortunately, he was able to get away. I had no idea how.
It's probably the tooth thing,
The tooth thing.
and he describes it.
Oh, well, that would explain how he teleported away after being gagged and bound.
Yeah, it's pretty standard procedure for high ranking.
So how do you do it? You just punch their teeth out?
Nah, I don't actually know. I only heard about this from our mutual friends.
Oh, okay. So I just want to. He actually pulls, reaches like elbow deep into the letter. I just want to quote from it. Reason for assassination, because screw him.
What? That's no no, that can't possibly pass muster.
It's 350 gold.
What?
Why would somebody want to kill a washed-up arena champion for 350 gold? Because screw him.
Shoot, I don't know. I mean, normally I'd suspect like one of the former, well, not you, but I mean like someone else who tried for the title and failed, or someone who's trying to go for glory, or maybe someone who lost a lot of money betting on him.
350 gold.
But yeah, 350 gold is a lot of money. Unless we're getting... He starts thinking about it for a moment. Well, there's a lot of gambling that goes on in this place, and 350 gold to some people isn't quite as much as it would be, if you understand my meaning here. Maybe someone was really upset when he went down for you. Maybe they thought he took a dive. They thought there's no way he could lose to some washed-up knoll. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, some people have that whole classism, racism thing against, not the non-civilized races, because they're stupid.
Do you know anyone who...
I might be able to name a particular person, but unfortunately I just can't think of it. I'm sorry. He's actually writing while he's saying this. I'm really sorry. I can't help you on this one.
Oh, well, that's like really too bad.
It is terrible. Would you like to roll deception, sir?
Sure. I mean, do I roll deception or just looking at the note that he's writing?
No, you're rolling... I mean, deception to go along with it is what I'm kind of saying.
Oh, okay.
To also deceive with your voice.
Sure. 27.
Okay. Here.
Did I?
So you are free to take the paper. Mm-hmm. He turns. Bobface, I already forgot your name. Go look into the Relin house immediately. And keep this out of the public, would you?
Would you mind if we accompanied him?
Go for it. Just try and make sure nobody else gets assassinated on my frickin' property.
I'll try, but if they have teeth, we may not be able to do anything about it.
So...
Do you have teeth?
My teeth!
Please remove your teeth before...
Why would you do that?
Dentures become this new thing.
So
I'll slip a notice and show Guido the notice of the note right before we go in.
So the note gives you a name of an individual and an address. The address is not actually in Danbys, though. The address is in the nearby city of Denris, which is pretty much straight south of you. It is a major railway trading town. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's any way in hell you know who this person is. I don't think Knowledge Politics is going to tell you someone.
Although Guido was a railroad engineer, and if it's a railroad town...
No. Well, he's not... Well, he might. Guido, roll a d20. No modifiers.
Railroad.
Railroad knowledge.
Railroad knowledge.
Reaching back into the depths.
16.
That is pretty good for a complete non-modifier. There is a ogre named... Hang on. I actually had a name in mind.
Thaddeus of Meathook.
No. It's a woman.
It's real name.
Vimgoli. Vimgoli. Vimgoli of... Where is it? It was the really big one. There it is. Of Gorduni. Gordunni. And it has a direct address to her place and Guido rolled well enough to actually recognize this person a little bit. This woman is one of the people who invested into the railway as a side project. She is swimming in money. She actually is one of those people who doesn't actually run a company or doesn't do anything else. She just plain old invests and then reaps the money from the investments. She came into wealth from her family. She didn't earn any of it, but she
There's a show
keeps.
called Shark Tank.
Yes, but she also is continuously keeping that investment chain going. Like I said, she actually makes a decent past tense, a decent amount of money just from proceed sales on the railway for like every merchant in the entire city. So yeah, at 350 gold to this woman is decent, but yeah, it's wallet money, if you know what I mean. It's walking around money to this woman.
Okay.
So because screw you makes sense.
Right now I'm picturing a Southern Belle ogre.
She's got the fan. Oh, I do declare. You head to Rellen's house. It is actually cordoned off with tape. There are several Danby soldiers there, who are Directorate soldiers. Danby guards, same thing there. There is also a crowd which is already gathered because Rellen, and he's quite popular.
Right.
And there's this disturbance at like 11 at night at this point.
Yes.
And it's raining. There's actually thunderstorm going on right now in the desert, and it's just like our
wasn't me.
viewers are seeing right now. And they have already opened in. They've already been searching. They have been refusing public comment on what's going on. So you literally see guards saying, "We don't know exactly what the situation is. Please go back to your homes."
Yeah. That guy that Danby called it, I'm assuming that he's here since he was.
Oh yeah,
supposed to
you
see
literally followed him. I imagine.
Okay. So I'm assuming he'll allow us in to at least look around since Danby
Yes, he
let
will.
us go here.
You're basically allowed, vested right now.
Well, you wanna split up and just take a look around this place real quick, Guido? We can see if we can find some stuff and put our heads together and see if we come up with something.
Yeah, you want awareness or something else for searching?
Awareness would be good for searching,
Okay.
Right.
except for you. But I mean, in general, it's good for searching.
Yeah. So I don't have anything specific I'm looking for, I suppose, unless he had some incriminating documents that said why he was doing this, or said why this happened to him, or something like that.
What'd you get, Guido?
I got a 23.
It's slightly. I got a 27.
It will lower the DC slightly if you split up. Like if one of you takes upstairs and one of you takes downstairs.
You know what? I'll go ahead and. Did we refresh our action points on the 9 hours on the way over here?
Yes, you are refreshed.
Right.
Although Guido has, of course, already burnt his.
Right. I'll go ahead and spend my social to try and boost my little higher.
Okay.
28.
Okay. Would you like to split up top down?
Yeah.
Who's taking top and who's taking down?
I guess I'll take
down.
top. I'll take top then.
All right. Now, Guido, you got a 27, correct?
No,
Or did you get the 23?
I got the 23. Sorry.
Okay. Guido, you find a dead reed shark and a bunch of soldiers who are trying to figure out what's happening. You don't find anything. This guy left like no traces other than a few tiny things. You notice a few people are examining the window where he came in. They can tell that he did something to a window to let him in, but he can't tell what. There are no footprints, even though there probably should have been because this is a desert. And sand should have tracked in, or mud should have tracked in, so he dealt with that somehow. But that's about all you've got. The absence of evidence is itself what your result of your search is, if that makes sense. You can tell that he covered his tracks well.
If I remember correctly, you said that there was a spell or something, like an alarm system.
Yes, that is actually it's a weaving thing, but yeah, it's a concept that you can do.
use magic device or spellcraft, knowledge engineering? Would any of those help to determine how he bypassed it?
I'll say yes, but I want you to pick.
Okay. Well, I would say either the use magic device or knowledge engineering.
Use magic device would probably be more useful here.
The use magic device? Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you that.
22.
Okay. On a 22, you have no idea.
Not surprised.
I hate to do that to you, but
I rolled an 8. Well, technically a 12 with my d6. So,
jeez.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're actually looking into that direction. You could even be like, "Hey, soldiers, maybe we should figure out how he bypassed the alarm," you know? And they're like, "Yeah, good idea, good idea." So they start looking into it too. But the guys here don't have any idea on it, but they will get the actual experts here at some point to look into that. Snarg, upstairs
Yes.
you find Rellen's corpse. No wounds, no visible cause of death whatsoever.
It's just like he just collapsed, dead.
Yeah. In his bed, no less.
Does it look like he was even disturbed, or he's like, oh.
No, looks like he just died in his sleep.
So if nobody was alerted, it looked like he would have passed away sleeping.
Yes.
Okay.
However, you also discover one other weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
A second set of tracks.
Okay. Not belonging to the familiar ones of my mark.
Yes.
Or Rellin.
I technically was hoping you'd go downstairs, but I'll go ahead and give this to you because the guy came into the upstairs anyways. So as you're checking the area, you see Rellin, and you find nothing, is what I'm summarizing, and you're like, what the hell? And you look around, and you notice one of the other windows upstairs, which isn't actually being examined right now, actually was also magically opened, or magically bypassed. And someone came in through that window, and those tracks lead downstairs straight to that reed shark I mentioned.
So it's like there were two people that came in. One came in through the upstairs, killed the reed shark and left, and then one came in here, killed Rellin and left.
Yes. The noticeable difference between the two is the reed shark is really obvious. Rellin looks like he died in his sleep.
Can I tell if these tracks have been faked?
Roll whatever he does you to track.
Survival. All right. I like that number today for some reason. 27.
Near as you can tell, that is common. Near as you can tell, these are genuine tracks and
Okay.
much more amateur. You can notice them a lot easier than the other guys.
Amateur, yet he got in through the same way. Guido, I found something.
Okay.
Actually, I guess if any of the soldiers would have come up, then they can't.
I was going to say, several people would also come up like, "What'd you find, Mr. of Wildpaw?" Oh, by the way,
Sounds
can I
great.
get your autograph really quick?
Later.
Okay.
I noticed something. So you see that window over there? That was breached the same way.
Right.
And there are tracks from a different person that go down and kill the reed shark downstairs. But they're much more amateurish. Why would somebody, as far as I can tell, they're genuine, but why would somebody come in here, kill the reed shark, then leave through a separate way, and someone bypass it the same way, and go up there and kill Rillin much more expertly?
Why even bother killing the reed shark if you can sneak in, I'll say, undetected?
The only thing I could think of was to frame somebody, but why do that when you can get away with it without even needing to frame someone?
You said that that bag had other, I'll say, contracts.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Reach his elbow down into it again and starts.
What are you looking for?
Any reference to killing the reed shark or another contract against Rellin that's not the Rellin contract?
You find nothing after several minutes of searching.
We could follow these trails. It looks like it'll be easier to follow before the rain really picks up and see where that go.
Yeah, if you can follow it, let's do that.
We'd probably start right away before this gets going too much. Um, so yeah, I guess that's what we do. We try and follow the other ones that went out the second story window.
Now, I hate to remind you of this, but this is pouring rain right now.
Yeah, I know it'll be a lot more difficult.
It is still possible,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'm going to need a lot. And you're not marking whoever this person is.
No, it's not marked. And unless he's an elf. In which case it does matter. No, actually it doesn't matter for survival.
I was going to say, I don't think that... He is an elf. Which I shouldn't technically tell you.
I don't know. That's the problem with the ranger stuff. It's like, is he this? Well,
I'll just give it to you. I'll just give it to you. Go ahead and roll it. Roll it.
Actually, I don't know if that applies to survival.
I don't care. Roll it.
Oh, okay.
GM rolling.
All right.
GM rolling. I'm giving you the bonus. Shut up.
Guess what number it is?
27, which is not enough.
But
You
if
can
it's elf,
tell. You can tell that whoever it was came in and out, basically climbed up, was pretty good, just not as good as your previous person was, the Alonzo Firebeard. And you could tell that the tracks start to lead in a completely different direction, basically towards the center of town. You know, towards the commercial district where you guys came from, basically, where the hot docks are and everything. And that's it. That it's just mud after that point, and you got nothing.
No use, Guido. There's just unfortunate rain.
Okay.
Which, actually, will this rain stop? Can I make the rain stop?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Because screw you.
Because screw you. Yes.
Roll to make the rain stop. D6. 2.
Nope. The rain gets worse.
Oh. No, actually, what?
Guido, in his polished armor, gets struck by lightning.
Since like Snarg is depressed, it probably like starts raining harder, but just specifically on him.
Just on, yes, there's like this extra funnel of water right over him.
Well, maybe I don't know. The only thing I can think of is to go back and see if this guy left a mark or something. I mean, was the reed shark killed in any particular way?
Stabbed gorily and obviously, so there'd be as much blood as possible.
So whoever killed him wanted to make sure that it was obvious. This guy meant business. All right. So I turn to ask one of the soldiers, who I'm assuming have been around here for a while. Does this stuff like this happen? This type of assassination, or even just murder or killing, happen occasionally in the arena?
No. This is actually our first murder in the entire history of our being posted here. We also haven't had any, sanctioned assassinations in the arena either.
Well, you still have it.
Fair enough.
Although I wouldn't be too hard on yourself. This guy was like top tier 1.
I don't know what that means, but I'll take that as a
Top brass.
top men. Got it.
Our top
So-
men.
Here's a thought. You haven't had any murders, but have there been any other attacks or deaths more directed at animals like the reed shark?
Animals? I don't know. We don't really keep track of that kind of thing, honestly. Unless someone actually brings up a complaint and says, hey, my Shreth was killed.
Would anyone have a record of it?
Yeah, they'd probably have that at the central office, and he gives you
Okay.
directions.
Maybe there's a record of other animals that have been killed in the same manner.
Possibly. I'm wondering if we should go over the people who have just arrived to do the preliminaries as well, because that'd be a perfect cover to go in and do something like this. And he headed back to the center, which means he might be staying here. Actually, but on this reed shark, can I tell what type of weapon made this? Like, is it a slashing or bludgeoning? Maybe
It was a jagged dagger.
jagged dagger. Is it like the ones that we collected from that guy?
No, the ones you collect from that guy are very wicked and very professional and very amazing.
Okay.
This looks like some kind of crude chunk of metal.
So either something stylistically or just poorly made.
One of the two, yes.
Well, that may give us something to go on as well. Maybe we should be able to look for people who have weapons like that. But do you want to go and check the records, Guido, like you were looking at?
You want me to go alone, or you saying us? Go?
I'm thinking we probably don't go alone right now.
Okay.
Not when there's someone who can teleport by chopping his teeth to kill people. Just saying.
Before we go, can you do an elements check on the read chart to determine what kind of blade?
I don't know. That might be a DM question to see if I can tell.
That's funny is that actually occurred to me earlier too, and I was actually kind of mentally debating it because that's really stretching the rules. But I like the idea enough that I'm going to let you roll it. It's just going to be a pretty high DC.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that maybe if there's poison, I might be able to detect it, but we'll see.
Well, no, I mean, I was thinking, can you tell if it's a copper blade or...
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, what type of metal is used?
We'll see. Probably not. I have a 30.
30 is not what I was hoping for. I will give you that it was metal and there was no poison.
Sorry, I'm just not honed enough to sense that right now.
It was a long shot.
It's like raining a little bit inside the house, like right now it's not.
Sir, could you please head outside really quick?
Oh.
Just...
It happens a lot more often than you think.
So yeah, let's head over to the central office and see if we can find anything there.